We Real Reels. What's up, guys, and welcome to We Real Reels, the monthly podcast where we review old movies to find out if they are as good as we remember or if they abandoned you on a farm. I'm your host, Panda Brandon, and with me is the beautiful Koala Sam.
Hello.
My half-brother, the Grizzly
I thought I was the beautiful one.
and a new guest to the bear cave. The first non-bear to come into the cave, the goat, Spencer.
You know, I didn't have an animal picked out, and I was like, what's he going to do? And I before you even said it, I was like, motherfucker, he's going to do it. Yeah.
He is the
Thanks
greatest of all time.
Yeah, thanks.
This podcast does contain spoilers, and we'll be discussing the movie at length. This is a mature content podcast, so be prepared for harsh language and awkward situations. All song clips, music, and trailers are only used for review purposes and belong to their respective owners. If you would like to suggest a movie for review or a movie for 20 questions that we play at the end of every episode, you can email us at werealreels@gmail.com or message us on Instagram at werealreels. You guys ready for the hypothetical question this month? Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Spencer, we every hypothetical has to do with the last movie we reviewed and then the current movie we're reviewing.
Okay.
And the last movie we reviewed was Wanted. So it was kind of weird creating this hypothetical. But
right.
Consider a scenario where the loom of fate from the movie Wanted reveals that Shadow, the wise and loyal golden retriever from Homeward Bound, is destined to become a chaos sower and must be eliminated. Given that the fraternity's assassins, like Wesley Gibson, are meant to uphold a cosmic order by killing individuals who will cause future evil, how would this mission test the moral and ethical code of an assassin like Wesley? Would he be able to reconcile the cold, predetermined logic of the loom with the pure, unwavering love and loyalty that defines Shadow's character?
Would he kill a dog?
Yeah, I was about to say.
It's a weird way to put shoot a dog in the face.
Yeah, I think so. Kill a guy, he'll probably kill a dog. I don't know.
I mean, I feel like he would definitely question, like, why am I killing his dog, though? Like, he's not going to have any sort, like, he's not going to have any effect on literally anything. He's a dog.
He can't talk, like, for real. This is like make-believe.
The only way I think it's
Shadow can't talk.
A problem is if, like, Shadow turns into Mr. Pickles from that movie. Let's say that show on Adult Swim. But the dog is just, like, sacrificing humans and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That dog's got to go, yeah.
A satanic show or something.
Curve a bullet into that guy.
I mean, I guess what's the main guy's name? The head guy that ended up dying. Whatever his name is, whatever. I feel like he would definitely describe it as like, hey, this dog is going to...
Sloan?
No. Is it Sloan?
No, Shadow survived. I don't know.
But I feel like he would be able to describe it as a way of being like, hey, this kid, if he keeps his dog, then he's going to have like this loving manner and he's going to, I don't know, be a different person. But if you shoot this dog in the face, then like he's going to go on this rampage. He's going to be sad. He's going to go on like a different path. So I feel like they would describe it as that way to kind of convince Wesley. Because Wesley, he was already questioning things anyway. So I feel like he would definitely question it. But I feel like he would be convinced to just to kill like a dog.
Yeah. Okay, kill the dog. Kill the dog, save the boy.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it.
Well, all right, guys, let's go ahead and get into our first segment of What You Been Doing and What You Gonna Do.
Hey, watch it, pal. What have you been doing? What are you gonna do, huh?
For new listeners and the GOAT here, what we talk about and what you've been doing, what you're going to do is what have you been doing the past month and what are you going to do next month? So, Koala, you want to start us off?
Okay. It's a little bit of a long one, but working out has been going more consistently. Well, beyond last week. But I don't really have the choice but to wake up at 5 just to help Panda get our cub ready for daycare or pre-K, whatever it's called. So I do get to do my workout. I do notice that just doing cardio wasn't really pushing me enough, and I didn't really see much of a change. So I was like, let me just go ahead and start doing something different. So I started doing this YouTube subscription. It's called Glow with Joe. and I love it so far. She is a lady that's been doing it for many years. She's gone through 3 pregnancies, and you're able to choose what works out well for you for a workout. So I feel like it's definitely someone that's definitely more my speed. Also, Alyssa, which is Panda's cousin, invited me to be there for her labor and delivery, and it was such an honor and experience. I have been in my sister's delivery before, but that was before I had my own child, so I feel like I was there, but I wasn't really helpful. Like, I wasn't really able to do much, I don't think. But I feel with Alyssa, I was able to be more like helpful and supportive. It was cool since I saw what she did, and it kind of gave me ideas for when we have like another child. I'll be able to kind of be like, ooh, I like what she did. Let me do the same thing. But all I can say is that she is such a strong woman because she went all natural and she pushed her baby out within 2 pushes. So it was very wild, but also amazing to see what a woman's body is able to do. What I will do next month is keep up with the Glow with Joe YouTube workouts. I'm going to try and add some more cardio since I've been just doing the YouTube workouts. I do get to hang out with some of my friends this month since it's my birthday month. So I'm trying to like schedule a whole bunch of stuff. Let's see. I do need to do some more items on my to-do list, my home to-do list. But I just need to get back into our wooded area because Halloween is coming up. So I need to get that prepped and cleaned up and just get that ready and re-clear it out for Halloween. So just mainly working on the house for next month.
How about that? Mm-hmm. And when you say, you switched over to the YouTube because cardio wasn't working, you mean the cardio once a week just wasn't really having any results? Was it?
It was not once a week. It was like
no results.
Twice a week, 2 to 3 times a week.
I'm weird. I love cardio. So when I work out, that's like all I want to do.
He runs for days.
Yeah,
like,
literally just get on the treadmill forever.
Oh, Gump. Sometimes he's like, I want to run.
I feel like that's more like you're trying to insult me. But I'm with you.
There'll be a news reporter in the room. He's been running for 6 days.
I always look at the person next to me. I'm like, I'm going home. I'm tired.
Grizz, what you got?
Man, I don't have much, dude. We went on vacation last month, and I kind of spent over my budget. And so I've been...
It's a good vacation.
Yeah, I've been trying to get that back. Other than that, we've been trying to schedule people for our fertility stuff. So
Okay.
we'll see. We'll see. I know Spencer, you.
I was gonna say this is a big pregnancy podcast.
Oh yeah. I know everybody's trying to go ahead and get it done. I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, really just working on my career. I know that my job is really showing me appreciation. So they gave me a brand new truck.
A brand new truck?
That's awesome.
Yeah, we love that.
They said, Grizzly, come on down.
Probably.
I was doing flips and everything.
Might have.
Yeah, it's great. Like, it's real comfortable. The only thing is it's just so many sensors and stuff that slows me down. I just want to get there, but it's like, bro, I can't do that. I gotta make sure.
Can you turn the sensors off, or is it like have to? Oh.
Safety protocols.
Yeah, safety protocols. So I'm like, I'll get there slower, but I'll be there. I'll still be safe. Probably. Me and a couple of people still get like perfect scores for safety on the road or whatever. So I'm gonna keep trying to do that, and hopefully I'm gonna start training. And training is where the money's at.
Wait, you're gonna be the trainer?
Yeah.
Already?
Oh, that's cool.
Hopefully.
Dang, that's awesome.
Yeah. Like I said, this job is cake, man. I just need a mattress. I just got my cooler. I'm good, bro. I'm rolling now.
Dang.
Oh yeah, ready for this.
Look at you.
Yeah. We're also trying to do some renovations in the house. We're gonna get some quotes to try to get a patio. We're gonna knock down the wood in the winter we got and try to get a concrete slab put down and all this stuff. So yeah, we're gonna try to do that.
That's cool. That's cool. So much for saving. You just said you were about to save some money.
Concrete.
That's what we're saving for.
Oh well, then yeah.
And then
I will take that.
hopefully my sister-in-law gets a job so she can move in and
Move into your house?
and somebody can move out.
Oh.
We will
I'm
see.
going to talk to old Spence here about getting some supports for that room because I'm sure that floor has been broken in. But we
Seemed like an insult.
we appreciate that, Grease. Man, that's all right.
You didn't appreciate your own comment.
That ain't him breaking in the floor. He knows who it is.
What?
Listen,
Okay, I don't need to know.
Gray, my cub, started preschool, so that's pretty cool. It's all right.
I mean, it's the second round of pre-K. This time it's full. Yes, last time was just part-time, so he's going twice a week.
Okay, I thought it didn't take.
No.
You fail pre.
I was really confused.
No, we didn't have. It was very expensive, so we just did twice a week.
Yeah. Okay.
This go around, we're doing full time just to get him.
Yeah, I'm terrified about that stuff. Like, I don't know. That's not good.
Not good.
Costly. Yeah.
Yeah, just it's $295
Shit.
for pre-K.
Okay.
For an infant's like 3 to 315
Wow.
a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I assumed weekly. That's terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
Yeah, so he started that. That's
Maybe my
awesome.
family will
Also, I saw Weapons in theaters, a little scary movie. Wasn't as good as I thought it'd be. Wasn't that crazy about it. We had a yard sale, sold a bunch of Funko Pops, so that was pretty awesome. And then we went antiquing or hunting yesterday, and we met up with old Spence here in Gallatin. Went to a couple stores, found some good stuff, met up with Grizzly later on. Had a pretty good time. Pretty dang good time.
It was a good time.
It was.
Yeah.
Next month, I do plan on hunting some more. You know, Spencer said he had the bloodlust, so that was, it's in all of us now. So we're going to go hunting some more for some cool figures, whatever else you want to find. There's a bunch of racist little statues in antique stores. So
I told you.
if you want to find those and cursed dolls and whatnot. But
really bad.
A really good time all around. And next month, again, I'm going to watch some more movies. And then, I don't know, get ready for Halloween, I guess. So, Spence?
Oh man, we just recently found out we're having a boy.
Oh, congratulations.
So yeah, we've been getting ready for the baby and all that. That's pretty much all I've been doing is working and fixing our house and stuff. But we're trying to decide if we're going to build or buy a house. We're trying to get out of where we're at. And, really haven't done much to say, but I don't know. I've pretty much just been working and getting ready for a baby, huh?
Are you doing a baby shower?
Yeah, we were gonna do like a gender reveal, and then she told like 9 people right out of the gate, and she was like, "Well, my entire family knows but these 2 people," and I was like, "Well, my dad's standing right here. He just heard you tell me, the news, and then my coworkers and everything." I was like, "Well, I might as well tell my mom," and so yeah, that's not gonna happen anymore. but yeah, mom said it. My mother's a very strange lady sometimes, but she said it kind of like an old mob boss or something. She was like, "We have given freely to so many people's weddings, baby showers, and never asked for anything in return. Now's our time." And I was like, "Mom." Actually, I said, "Well, ask him for money," and she said, "Shut up." But, I don't know, but yeah, she was she's gonna call in all the time. She gifted people. It's like really weird, like she was giving somebody something, and the whole time she's writing down like, "Fuck this." I don't know, but she's just like that. I don't know, But yeah, as far as what I'm going to be doing, probably more of the same, I would say. Don't have any exciting plans.
Well, that's all right.
Yeah.
Are you going to name the kid Billy so you can call him Baby Billy Goat?
That would be all right. Yeah. Now, we're trying to get away from the goat thing entirely. I really do not like goats. I like to say that on record as many times as I can, But yeah, we had a name, like the boy and the girl side of the dry erase board, and people were like, "Well, what are you going to do if it's a girl?" And I said, "Erase the boy side of the board." Like, it makes no difference. We just want a healthy baby. And on that note, we got back that it was a boy, but also the same, the chromosomal testing and everything. There's no anomalies, so we're looking good for now. So,
Good.
No super strength, huh?
yeah, I kind of was bummed out that there wasn't like he's going to be real strong and can fly or anything like that. So
There is a balance or something like with babies. If they do end up with super strength, that little meter they fill up, the intelligence always goes down.
yeah, I was going to say, here he comes.
It always goes down, I swear.
Simple Jack.
That's just how it works
Yeah, I know
sometimes.
how it goes.
Well, let's go ahead and get into our next segment of Grizzly's Anime in Arms.
It's over 9,000.
I'm sad today, guys. So sad. My wife got shot.
Damn.
Oh, they should have started out.
I accidentally
Buried the
shot
lead a
her.
little
This
bit.
should have been in the last segment.
Yeah. She got shot, but she's okay. Like, she didn't get hurt much, and she got up and she shot me. So I'm fine. I'm cool. It's this gun with these long bullets, man, and it barely even hurt. I feel like I'm superhuman. Or it's Nerf for nothing, guys.
Yeah, I like this.
I know. Pretty much everybody's had this when they was growing up. So we like to have gunfights, around the house sometimes. Just like acting like I'm 007 going around the house. I would like to do it with nothing on, but somebody's around the house all the time.
Oh, no.
We'll see.
Making Nerf.
Nerf or nothing on.
But they've been coming out with different blasters and bow and arrows and stuff for years and years and years and years. But I'm just talking about the one around the time this movie came out. And this is the original Nerf blaster.
Version 1.
That's literally what it's called. The original Nerf blaster. What a hell of a name, huh?
Yeah.
Let's see. It says it's usually the first of their kind, rather primitive compared to newer blaster models, apparently. The main ammunition used for these blasters are arrows, ballistic balls, and with the exception of, the sharpshooter has a mega dart. Ooh. I don't know what that is. I don't remember that in the 90s.
It's just a big dart.
But it's just, apparently a sharpshooter is a big old, heavy, padded dart.
I'd like to see that.
1989, Parker Brothers released a Blaster Ball game blaster set, which includes 2 blaster and 4 ballistic balls. The first Nerf ammunition, which pretty much set the Nerf community on fire. I don't know, I had one growing up. Hopefully you guys really did too. It was invented in 1990, and in 1991, they saw the introduction of the 9-inch arrow, which I remember those because we didn't have we didn't have money, man. Okay, we would just throw them at each other. Like somebody broke it, and we was like, we still want to play with it. I either throw it or I beat the hell out of my brother with it. Yeah. That had the bow and arrow. If you guys look on there, those things was dangerous back in the day, dude. There's so much of that heavy industrial plastic in there, brightly colored. But again, it's talking about the sharpshooter's ammunition with those heavy padded things where you used to just crack windows and mess up urns and shit back in the day.
Oh, damn.
I don't think he means on purpose.
Bro, yeah, not on purpose. Because if anybody was watching anything with 007 or Mission Impossible, we were shooting the hell out of people missing. We were shooting the hell out of people who was missing, and then we, hit something else.
Grandma, no.
Yeah. But with millions and millions of blasters being sold in 1990 and 1991, Nerf had the biggest year in 1992 with the introduction of missiles.
Oh.
Yeah. They had various missiles, and the first dart type with the sharpshooter is the original, like, smaller darts. And I think these are the ones where it's sticky. The suction cup parts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so they actually give you a target, the suction cup, and there you go.
Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm. And then also they did the blaster balls where they, Sadly, the original Nerf series was retired and discontinued in 1993 in replacement of 1994 Nerf Action Line.
Ooh.
And
Nerf Act.
There's no more original Nerfs in circulation that, we used to play with back in the day. But you can go to your local store and get your new top of the line Nerf gun. So I shot my wife and she shot me. Yeah. But remember, guys, it's Nerf for nothing.
Nerf for nothing.
That's true.
Nerf for nothing.
We appreciate that, Grizz. And each month, the Grizz will give us a review on either an anime that he's watched or a gun that he shot. So we appreciate that, Grizz. Now let's move on into Panda Tales.
Sit back and prepare yourself for Panda Tales.
Does that intro not give you the chills?
Ooh, yeah, that's creepy.
So on Panda Tales, we try to tell real life stories that are related to the movie we are reviewing. And we are reviewing Homeward Bound: An Unexpected Journey. So I've got some tales here about real life animals who lost and found their way home. First up is Bobby the Wonder Dog. This Scotch Collie / English Shepherd mix became a national celebrity in the 1920s. He was lost during a family trip to Indiana and 6 months later appeared back at his home in Silverton, Oregon, having traveled over 2,500 miles. His journey involved crossing plains, deserts, and mountains in the middle of winter. And then there's Howie the cat. A Persian cat named Howie was left with relatives over 1,000 miles away in Australia, while his family went on an extended vacation. He ran away from the relative's home and his family was heartbroken, assuming he wouldn't survive. A year later, a scruffy and thin cat appeared at their doorstep. It was Howie, who had somehow crossed the Australian outback to return home. Then there's Leah the dog. Leah, a dog from El Paso, Texas, went missing from her home. Her owners had all but given up hope until they received a call from a rescue group in Denver, Colorado. Leia had somehow traveled 700 miles and her microchip was scanned, leading to a tearful reunion. And then there's Kuzya the Destroyer. This cat made a truly epic journey, traveling 1,300 miles across Siberia over a period of 3 months to get back to his family. I think it's only because he's Russian that they called him the Destroyer.
Well, that one with the microchip, that one didn't actually make it home on her own. She went 700 miles elsewhere.
She went on an unexpected journey.
Right, but...
Which relates to the movie we're reviewing.
No, the movies, the animals get back home on their own.
Okay.
That one just explored and never came back on her own.
I've got another...
Seriously?
one last story.
Okay.
And this one's a little more detail because I did more research on this one. But a very cautious pet owner, single father, lived a simple life in a quiet house with a big fenced-in yard. He had a deep fear of letting his beloved dog out of his sight, a fear rooted in his past family tragedy. His prized pet, a small, energetic golden retriever puppy named Finny, was his only companion and a source of his constant worry, especially because the little dog had one leg that was a little shorter than the others, giving him a slightly uneven gait. One day, during what was supposed to be a routine trip to the park, the owner's son, feeling a bit rebellious, let Finny off his leash for just a moment. The excited puppy bounded ahead, only to be scooped up by a stranger, a woman who worked at a local animal shelter and thought Finny was a stray. The pet owner watched in horror as his beloved pet was driven away, and he knew he had to act. He immediately began a frantic search. He followed the car's route as far as he could, on foot, eventually getting a ride from a friendly but scatterbrained Labrador Retriever owner from down the street who was known for getting lost himself. Together, they faced a suburban wilderness of busy streets and unfamiliar neighborhoods. They had a tense encounter with a gruff group of reformed stray dogs trying to stay out of trouble. They got directions from a wise old German Shepherd owner who knew everyone in the neighborhood and had a large pack of younger dogs he looked after. They even hitched a ride in the back of a delivery truck that took them most of the way to the town where the shelter was located. Meanwhile, at the animal shelter, Finny and his new kennel mates were plotting their escape. Finny's playful spirit and determination inspired the other dogs. They devised a plan to open their cages when the shelter wasn't open, and they dashed to freedom. When the back door was open for delivery, the pet owner and Finny's paths finally crossed in a truly heartwarming moment outside the animal shelter. But their adventure wasn't over. They had to help Finny's new friends escape before they could finally find their way back home.
Nice.
That guy watched his dog get taken.
Yeah, he couldn't stop. He just ran after him like, hey, stop. And they just drove off.
I find that hard to believe.
Well, I don't care. Okay.
I just think you should do a little more investigation on these extremely long stories.
Okay.
Just saying.
Let's get into our movie review.
Okay.
But before we do,
Okay.
I got one more story about a pet.
I knew it.
No. We like to enjoy our movie review with an adult beverage. And this month's adult beverage is Blanton's Original Single Barrel. Because it's a true legend. As the world's first ever commercially released single barrel bourbon, it revolutionized the whiskey industry. Each bottle is drawn from a single hand-selected barrel from the center cut of Warehouse H, ensuring a uniquely rich and complex flavor profile. The golden liquid offers notes of vanilla, caramel, and citrus with a spicy, satisfying finish. Every bottle is a testament to quality, topped with a signature horse and jockey stopper, celebrating Kentucky's racing heritage. Blanton's isn't just a drink, it's a taste of history and the benchmark for all premium bourbons.
Why are you dying?
I don't know. I don't know why I'm surprised, but you writing all this down, it just made me laugh.
You got to do your research,
I
man.
know you wrote a lot.
I've got a little history too of Blanton's.
Horse and jockey topper. It threw me for a loop. I'm not surprised.
I wasn't ready.
Sorry, I just couldn't help myself.
Blanton's was created in 1984 by master distiller Elmer T. Lee, who was inspired by his mentor, Colonel Albert B. Blanton. The Colonel had a long-standing tradition of hand-picked exceptional barrels from his private reserve to share with friends. Lee honored his legacy by naming the new single barrel bourbon after him, a move that forever changed the way bourbon was sold and enjoyed. What movies was it in? Blanton's has appeared in several movies and TV shows as a signifier of a character's refined taste or high-end lifestyle. The most famous example is the prominence role in John Wick franchise, where the titular character played by Keanu Reeves is seen drinking it. Other films and series where Blanton's has been spotted include Gone Girl, Inside Man, House of Cards, Banshee, and Justified, City Primeval.
I haven't seen any of those.
You haven't seen nothing.
I've seen some of it.
Is that where you found this from, John Wick?
I seen Gone Girl and I like John Wick. I was like, oh yeah, let me.
Okay.
Blanton's. Nice.
Wow.
That's a good sound. Sure, the horse and jockey topper there. Ladies and
Horse
gentlemen.
and jockey topper.
I didn't know what you were going to say when you said horse. I was like, it's got horse in it? Like, that was my first inclination.
That was
Thank
my
you.
first time
It's
reading
don't
it,
shoot
so-
it. It's a sipper.
Yeah, don't shoot it.
Then
It'll
just
kill
a
you.
half for me, you know.
And right, we are men. Shoot.
Oh, there's Gord there.
What's
You
going
shouldn't
on
give
here?
people liquor and then be shocked when they run into stuff. Weird thing to say. I like it.
It's okay. I mean, it's smooth-ish.
Yeah, I think you can shoot that. I was just off that other bull crap. That said you can't shoot because it'll light your throat on fire.
What was it?
I don't even remember.
Burning my nose.
Crap, some guy.
It's strong, but
Buying.
it's painful.
Monkey shit.
We are reviewing Homeward Bound, An Unexpected Journey.
I will say that I cried like 4 times watching this. I've never watched this, so this was my first go around watching it, and I will let y'all know where I cried at.
Chelsea had seen it many times and cried. I was surprised.
Zay. No, okay. I thought you were going to
You
tell me.
didn't tear up a little?
As of August 2025, you can watch it on Disney Plus or buy it on physical or digital. This movie was directed by Dwayne Dunham. Other movies he directed were Little Giants, The First Glide, The Legend of the Happy Worker, and Halloween Town.
Hey, I like me some Halloween Town.
He also did television episodes for shows like Twin Peaks, Jag, Seventh Heaven, Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction, Tiger Cruise, Star Wars The Clone Wars, and Twin Peaks The Return. This movie is starring Robert Hayes, Kim Greist, Veronica Lauren, Kevin Chavalia, and Ben Thal. It came out on February 3rd, 1993. Other movies that came out in February of 93 were Loaded Weapon 1, Summersby, Groundhog Day, The Vanishing, and Falling Down.
Never seen any of those.
Oh, man.
Groundhog Day?
Yeah, you need to watch Groundhog Day. That's Bill Murray right there. That's a classic.
Classic.
Falling Down. That's the, you know that movie, Spence. That movie.
That movie.
Oh, my God. What's his
Planet
name?
of the Apes. No,
He plays Ant-Man in the original Ant-Man in MCU. Come on. Anybody?
I mean, I know his face, but I don't know his name.
Ah, dang it, man.
Come on,
Let
man.
you put me on the spot.
You know the old guy.
Yeah.
That's him.
The old God.
Yeah.
Ant-Man's
Falling Down.
not old.
What are you talking about?
Falling Down.
Oh, with, what's his name?
Yeah.
It's not Martin Sheen, it's the other guy. Like, the kind of,
1993.
what's his name?
Charlie Sheen's dead, right?
Michael Douglas.
Michael
That's
Douglas.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. He just loses it one day and in the middle of traffic just gets out and goes on this rampage. Pretty crazy movie.
I've seen the clip of the rampage.
Loaded Weapon 1. You ever seen that?
It's the one with it's not the one with Samuel L. Jackson, but it was in the car. And he's like, there's a driver behind
Was
him,
it Samuel?
and he was like, "Let's lose him," and then he just spins the car, and then the guy's gone in the back seat. Is that it?
Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson's in that.
Yeah,
Wes
Samuel L.
Wes
Jackson.
Luger.
Yeah, it's a spoof movie of loaded Lethal Weapon. Yeah.
Emilio Estevez
Yeah,
was
that's,
Jack Colt.
That's Charlie Sheen's brother.
Wait.
Tim Curry was in it.
How about that?
Yeah, I've never seen it. This is
Tim
totally like Google.
His scary movie character is my favorite, Tim Curry.
Old freak.
Yeah, he's so lecherous.
So we got some
the old nasty dude.
Titties.
What? Yeah. Is it titties?
It made $57 million on a $24 million budget.
Dang.
Ooh-wee.
And the plot of this bad boy is... Wait, no, I'm supposed to do the trailer first. Hey, listen to this, guys.
Look for these hit movies that you can own. From Walt Disney Home Video.
I'm gonna miss you so much.
Left Behind with Family Friends.
Have a nice vacation!
And Far From Their Home. 3 beloved pets take matters into their own paws. He's Shadow.
Something doesn't smell right.
She's Sassy.
Cats rule and dogs drool.
He's Chance.
Get a life. Get 9 of them.
Now, they're determined to find their way back.
I'm going home.
Wait!
They're off on an adventure they'll never forget.
Oh, this ground isn't nearly soft enough.
Don't be such a sissy, Sassy.
It's an untamed world full of surprises
What's that smell? Whoa! I never thought anything could smell too much.
Hey, you!
where nothing comes easy.
Hey, Scram, get your own fish. Careful, pup. Help!
And danger waits at every turn.
I gotta tell you, domesticated animals wouldn't stand a chance at it.
Where the forces of nature will test their ability to survive. It will be an incredible journey home.
Hey, guys, wait up.
Come on!
Home is just over that mountain.
Critics agree. 2 thumbs up, say Siskel and Ebert. A masterpiece of family entertainment, says ABC TV. In the classic tradition of Walt Disney Entertainment comes Homeward Bound, The Incredible Journey. Coming this fall on video cassette.
What a trailer, guys. What a trailer.
Nice.
Who's this movie starring, Koala?
Kevin Chevilla, Don Amici, Sally Field, Michael J. Fox, Ben Thon, Kim Grest.
Okay. All right.
I feel like that was everything.
That was everything, and that was great. The plot of this bad boy is when the Seaver family has to temporarily move to San Francisco, they leave their 3 beloved pets, a golden retriever named Shadow, an American bulldog puppy named Chance, and the Himalayan cat named Sassy, with a friend at a ranch.
That was her sister.
A misunderstanding leads to the animals, leads them to believe that they have been abandoned by their family. Led by a loyal and wise Shadow, the 3 set off on a perilous journey through the Sierra Nevada wilderness to find their way home. Along the way, they must face numerous dangers, including a mountain lion, a rushing river, and the vast, unforgiving landscape. Through their adventures, they learn to rely on each other, with the old dog's wisdom, the young pup's courage, and the cat's cleverness, all playing a part in their survival.
Yeah, I thought it was her sister.
Oh, I thought it was an old family friend.
Yeah, that was an old family friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
I, apparently watching it twice, I didn't pick up that.
Wow, maybe
Because in my head, I was like, dang, that's her sister. Why wasn't she able to make it to the wedding? Like, I know she was taking care of her farm, but like, that's her sister's wedding.
But she's a farmhand.
Yeah.
She needs help with the farm. She
That's
needs
right.
extra hands to
Farm.
To farm.
But she got her friend that comes over and watch all the animals.
Yeah, his hands are attached. They need severed hands to put in the ground and farm them.
And she was surprised that there were cows outside. They live next to a cow farm.
Okay, I'm missing whatever y'all are putting down. I have no idea what y'all talking about at this point.
You ever seen Barnyard?
No.
Oh,
you-
God.
As y'all will
Who we
see,
dealing with
and
here?
no, I didn't watch a lot of stuff.
So we start off with this voiceover, introduction, and they kind of set this picture that somebody went to jail, they got a bad past, they're getting a second chance. And it turns out that the voice we're hearing is actually an American bulldog named Chance. He's a pup. And we're also introduced to Sassy, a cat who is kind of sassy.
Which, can we clarify that Chance, he's not a puppy. I would say he's like a year to 2 years.
Come on, man, like 8 months.
Yeah, I feel like it's pushing
He's a
it.
grown ass man.
But
Michael J. Fox.
But I will say I'm curious on how long they've had Chance, because you see him tearing up clothes and things like that. Like, how long have they known this dog to just know that he tears up everything and just leaving him out?
Swallows a button.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah, it says that he does.
It doesn't look like he does.
Chance tells us that Bob is marrying into the family and introduces us to the kids, a little girl named Hope, the youngest boy named Jamie, and the oldest kid named Peter. And he says that Hope belonged to Sassy, and Chance was supposed to belong to Jamie, and Peter belongs to Shadow, an old golden retriever. While Chance started chasing Sassy in the house, breaking everything, causing this ruckus, the bride looks at the officiant and she's like, come on, we gotta get married here. Let's go.
Okay, so I already got 2 hindsights right here.
Man.
The first one is I would have put the animals up in a crate. Like, if you already know Chance is bad, then don't let him roam around. And then you hear these animals going crazy and they just look at each other like, okay, let's finish it up. Like, they are destroying stuff. And this dog could eat and kill Sassy, but they're just like, okay, let's just keep going. My second point is I want to know what happened to the kids' dads. Not dads.
Everybody said this movie was sad, so I assumed they're going to be like, yeah, and the dad's dead. Like, you know, like on top of the set. Yeah, I really thought that was coming sometime in the movie. So
no, never once explained. Don't know if he's in prison. Don't know if he died. Just divorced. Like,
no, I don't like this new
just
dad.
abandoned the family.
It's like all anime dads, they're just not there. But
or terrible fathers.
The officiant has some jacked up teeth, man. Did you see that?
See that. I missed the teeth. Yeah.
But Chance is roaming around trying to beg for food from the chef and everyone else, and Shadow's just keeping an eye on him like, hey, ain't you ever heard of a rolled up newspaper pop?
I don't understand. Like, whenever we have our get-togethers, like, I know people have allergies and I don't want dog hair floating around or cat hair. Why are these animals not put up? Like, Chance is literally getting onto the couch sitting next to somebody and trying to beg for food. Like, that's just, I think it's unsanitary and just not very mannerly.
I think I'm one of those people that's like, oh, well, they're a part of the family.
They need to be a part of this wedding.
You having a birthday party for your real baby? We're going to bring our fucking 4-legged baby.
That old guy loved that Chance ate that cake, dude. Did you see that guy? He was like, yeah, fuck that cake. Yeah. He hates cake, or loves dogs. I don't know.
Well, we have these 2 old women who just happen to be talking about the animals and what's going to be happening with them. It was just like this weird, like, we got to put this in there for the audience.
Yeah, they'll need this.
Yeah, so they're having this conversation because the family's going on vacation.
They're not going on vacation. He got a temporary job.
He got a temporary job to clean up litter.
Moving to San Francisco.
Well, does the mom work?
I don't know.
Because
explain.
They never explain that, but then there's like 3 times where the mom could just take the kids to go see the dogs, and the dad's like, "No, bud, we can't see you." You know, like, I hated that dad.
Well,
that was one of my notes. Hate that dad. Really hate the dad. Fucking loser. Hate him so much. I mean, he made me mad. I don't know.
Well, it was never explained on, are they keeping the house that they're living in currently? Are they renting out the San Francisco house?
Yeah.
Did they buy the San Francisco house? Like, are they paying on both of them? Like, why, if he is the one that is working, why didn't he just go and work? Like, I don't know.
I should have had 2 old ladies talking about this shit. That would have been nice. Yeah.
I never thought about her not having a job.
I was like, what? Can we go see the dogs? Not for 2 weeks, bud. Like,
need your mom here. We just got married.
Yeah, she needs
got
to
some things to
hang
do.
out with y'all and not go see the dogs you're begging to go see. Like, yeah, and it's her friend. I don't know
what's really going on. But yeah, the dogs are going to be staying on a farm while they are in San Francisco. And then Sassy, we see Sassy, and she's telling Chance that she can get food by acting like she doesn't want it. And he's like, yeah, whatever. And she's like, yeah, watch this. So she goes up to Hope, and Hope picks her up and tries to give her this shrimp. And Sassy's like, no, I don't want it. No. And then eventually she gets the shrimp.
She gets 2.
Yeah. And she's like, cats rule and dogs drool. What'd she say? She was, her excuse for not wanting the shrimp was like, oh, no. I still have scraps from last Christmas. So fucked up. So she was rubbing it all in Chance's face.
Yeah.
Yep. But after she gets done insulting Chance, Chance decides to go and drink from the toilet.
Mm-hmm. Logical.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. But while outside, Peter's playing with Shadow, playing basketball with him.
Which in the basketball scene, Shadow looks older in the face than the scene in the kitchen.
Yeah, there are multiple dogs for each.
Yeah.
For sure. It's obvious. Yeah.
Well, when this movie came out, I'm sure people were like, Golden Retriever playing basketball, get out of here, most unrealistic thing ever.
Little did they know.
They didn't know.
A couple of years later, we got the best basketball movie ever.
Yeah, Shadow had actually had pups, and they took on his skills in Air Bud.
Sassy, my kids are going to love basketball. It's going to be great.
Bob explains that they don't have much room in San Francisco for the animals, and it won't be long before they're back to see the animals. Well, Peter just doesn't want the animals to think that they abandoned them. And right when it's time to, really get deep into this conversation, they cut to the cake.
Well, before you get to that, even if the work is temporary, I would still find a place to be able to accommodate the animals or make a sacrifice. Like, they have a big, good Lord, big yard here, but make the kids leash walk the dogs to get their exercise. Like, there are so many different things that could have been done to be able to have the animals go with them.
For sure.
I'm gonna say this is like, okay, I get maybe the dogs, but why the cat?
Yeah, the cat can go.
Stay at home.
I didn't even think about that. That's crazy.
Stay at home.
This cat's got to go to the horse farm.
My assumption with a cat is because each kid has an animal to go with them. So because the two dogs weren't able to go, so they were probably going to make it fair, because it wouldn't be fair for the girl to be able to keep her animal and the boys wouldn't be able to keep theirs.
I guess that's true, yeah.
So that was kind of my assumption.
My dad, when he had to kill an animal of ours, referred to it as taking it to the horse farm. So this was just traumatic for me. Me and Schultz were joking about it. I was like, Dad, where'd the cat go? Went to the horse farm. It's real happy. That's how he
Well, they bring out the cake, and Chance ruins the moment. He is dove headfirst into the cake. And like Goat said, there is a guy over there.
Oh, he's loving it.
He's just smiling. And everybody else is in shock. I guess they didn't give him the cue, because he was just like,
Well, the mother of the bride ended up putting work into it. That would be what I would be irritated with, because I'm sorry, making a cake and decorating it, it's very time consuming and it takes up a lot of money. So get your damn dog under control.
Oh man, yeah, so you would
get
be upset.
Great.
But that old guy, he reminded me of Scary Movie 2 in the very beginning scene when the girl come down and she just started peeing, and everyone's in shock except for this one old guy, and he goes, oh, she's good.
She's good.
Well, Chance just seems to love to cause chaos wherever he goes. He saw Hope. It says Pope. He saw Hope playing with Sassy on a seesaw. And when Sassy was in the opportune position, Chance come over and just launched himself on the other side, which catapulted Sassy in the air and right into the sandbox.
Which that Chance looked super old too. That one looked different. But I will say about the job, I understand that they just got married, but if it's Bob, right? The dad, his job is temporary. I just don't understand why he's not the one just going to San Francisco and doing his job and then coming back and visiting. I know they just got married, but to me that would make more sense than uprooting the whole entire family.
Hey, I'm your new dad. I'm gonna wreck your life.
Yeah.
I'm saying
listen, man.
And they seem to like it. I did not.
But they haven't stated how long they were dating and all that stuff. So he could have already been in their lives for a few years already.
That is true.
They didn't call him dad yet, so.
No, not at that point.
No, later in the film, though, maybe.
We'll see.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
Yeah. Try to leave it open-ended.
Well, we see the family end up dropping the animals off with Miss Kate. And Hope gives Sassy over to her and says that Miss Kate's going to take care of you. And Jamie's just playing Frisbee. He's like, yeah, I'm just going to play some Frisbee, trying to get away from Chance. And Bob comes over and just launches this frisbee out of the yard and has Chance go get it.
Look, nobody throws a frisbee like that. Did you see how he threw the frisbee? Yeah. And then it's just soaring through the air. That thing would have gone 4 feet tops, and that kid would have been like, boy, and you dad suck.
Well, and also he picked up.
This is what we got to show Polar when he be telling us about the.
Oh, disc golf.
This is how you throw it.
Yeah, check this out.
Look how far that went.
He made it soar through the sky.
But he picked up the kid and just like walked away. Like that was kind of messed up. Like Peter's over here having.
That's how you trick a dog.
Yeah. Peter's over here having like a tearful goodbye with Shadow, loving him, hugging on him, and Chance is like, okay, go get the frisbee. Like no one was saying nothing.
Your dad taught me how to trick dogs. It's crazy.
Well, also, I'm not understanding these dogs. Shadow's good, but Chance, he's bad as hell. He's already like immediately, because you've seen the scene, like he bumps the kid into the door to get out and start chasing the chickens. Yeah. Bad as hell.
Well, he throws it super far. Chance runs off to get it, and while he does, Peter leaves Bob with Bob, and then, not Peter, Jamie. But then we see Peter talking to Shadow, and it's a little more sad here. He gives Shadow a huge hug and says, I wish you can come with me, and Shadow doesn't understand. But you can hear Shadow's thoughts. He's saying, or I guess they're animal telepathy, whatever this is.
Yeah, we're not really sure.
Yeah, he says, I know you're sad. I just wish I knew why. And don't worry, I'll be here to protect you. And then the family gets into the car and leaves.
This is the first time that I started tearing up. Because, like... it's messed up. It's so sad to hear the dog's perspective because they're not understanding. They're thinking like, because especially Shadow, Chance is just like giving 2 fucks. He's just doing whatever he wants. But Shadow, he's like, I'm here to protect you. And then Peter told him to stay, but like he's battling with himself because he's like, well, I need to go protect him, and he wants to chase after him, but he told me to stay, so I'm just gonna stay here. Yeah, that one definitely had me tearing up.
It was pretty rough. I was a little shook by the dark magic that allows these animals to talk with their mind. But also that was a very sad scene too.
I know. I like the fact that humans are talking and the dogs can't understand what they're talking about. So,
and then their minds.
But then later in the movie, somebody was like, "Oh, let's get you guys home." He was like, "Home?"
Yes.
All of a sudden, you
know that word good. Yeah, you know that word really good, I guess.
Well, Bob tells them that it's going to be 2 weeks instead of 1 week, and they kind of get upset, but they're like, "All right, but no more than that."
I hate that, Bob.
And they just move on.
But I feel like they were told, because why would the kids think that it's next weekend that they're going to come back? Like, I don't, like, unless they're being told that they're going to come back, and then now it's getting changed up.
I thought that's what the mom said, and then...
Bob's a terrible person.
Trickster.
Yeah.
Trick the
dog. Trick the dog, trick the kids. Probably tricking the wife. I'm not buying anything Bob's got.
So Shadow says that he knows they'll come back. So he just waits patiently, and Chance is kind of like, we're being abandoned. This is over. Game over, man.
I feel like he's coming off as nonchalant, like I'm going to do my own thing. I don't know. Chance was annoying. His bad behavior was getting on my nerves.
He's living life, though.
Well, the next morning, Kate
was chasing them chickens.
He was, until he found the big one. The big chicken.
What's a turkey doing in there with chickens anyway? That kind of pissed me off too. Like, this lady sucks at a farm because the dog's just hauling ass after the chickens, and she's like, "Hey guys," and I'm like, "Your chickens are getting chased." Your chickens. I was like freaking out. Like, she didn't give a fuck about them chickens.
Maybe that's why the turkey's in there. He's like guardian.
Yeah, she doesn't give a shit. Yeah, they need somebody to watch.
That's why you have a rooster. Like, where's the rooster at?
Yeah, she don't believe in having male animals.
A Turkster.
Well, Kate's feeding the animals, and Chance is just undisciplined, like we spoke of. He's gulping food down. He even eats Sassy's food.
Well, this is stupid. Like, I mean, she has no dogs or cats roaming around. So I don't know if this is the first time that she's ever had a dog and a cat together, but like, I would not put a cat wet food down next to dogs. That's just stupid.
She feeds all 3 of them real close together.
Yeah.
Which was, with one like acting like Chance was. Why would you do that? With all your established, she's pretty dumb. She won't fucking watch her rooster or chickens or whatever. So.
And the wet cat food wasn't even warmed up.
Yeah, that's what Sassy was upset about. She was not having it.
Not having that shit.
So is that her not listening to the owners of the animals, or the owners of the animals are just like, hey, fuck it, I'm not going to give you any instructions on what we do to take care of our animals.
I'm sure it's more of Bob's trickery than my guess. Fucking Bob.
well, Chance says snooze you lose, and he's eating Sassy's food, and just a right around disobedient dog. Kind of like Crypto from Superman. I just didn't like him. I'm sorry.
Annoying.
You didn't like the dog?
I didn't like Crypto.
Okay.
I mean, the appearance was fine, but his just mannerism, like Superman's beaten to death, and you're over here just jumping on. Come on, man.
That's just like a dog, though.
Well, I think somebody should just.
Well, yeah, Supergirl wasn't training her dog. That's the whole bit. I think.
Somebody needs to train her.
The Supergirl?
So Chance gets into the chicken pen, like we discussed, chasing the chickens until he runs into the turkey that chases him off. And Chance is wondering why Shadow is just waiting for the boy to come back. And Chance tells him, Shadow tells Chance, don't you know dogs are supposed to be loyal and true? And Sassy says, well, cats know better. But Chance has been left before, so he kind of feels that it might happen again. The next day, the family calls and tries to talk to the animals. So it shows that at least the kids really love these animals. I guess to hear them. I mean, I don't know.
The dogs even didn't like it. They were, I don't know why they do this.
Yes, I'm just kidding.
Better humor them. Woof, you know.
Yeah, he gives them plays the hits for them, so they can go back to normal.
Plays the hits.
Well, Kate ends up writing a note for the neighbor because she has to leave for 2 days to do some kind of winter horse thing. When she
the note?
Yeah, the note.
What did it say?
I have the note, I have what it says in my facts part.
Because the neighbor seems to read a completely different message than what she probably was trying to say. Why is that?
The first part of it explains, I don't remember exactly what it said, but the first piece of paper pretty much saying that the dogs are very sad, so she's taking them. And then it goes to the second page, meaning she was supposed to take, she's been taking them to town or things like that. He took it that she took the animals with her to this horse thing.
Because, for a second, I thought that this dumbass couldn't tell the difference between a note written by animals and his neighbor, who I presume he's been watching her animals for years now because they're very good friends. And I was like, you can't tell a cat wrote a fucking note? And how can a cat write It was just took me right out. But that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, it was the human.
I didn't know what happened there. I was like, what the shit, dude? This guy's an idiot.
Kate ended up writing a note, but they made it. But also when she closed the door, she had both pieces of paper underneath the lantern.
Okay.
Even if there's a big gust of wind, that lantern is heavy enough. Those 2 pieces of paper would have stayed there. Right. So I feel like they should have done something different to make it work, flow better.
I must have just missed that there was more to the note because I just saw him read it. And it was I'm taking the dogs. And I was like, well, they fooled him with cat riding or dog riding.
The old okey doke.
Didn't know an animal could ride. They tricked him with a note.
Oh, God. Yeah, she leaves, locks up the gate, and Shadow senses that something is wrong. And he thinks that something is keeping Peter from coming to him. So he jumps the fence and says, I'm going to Peter. And Sassy follows, and Chance says that I'm going to stay right here, guys, and wait.
But he's a little panicky because the gate is closed. So Chance got a little panicky beforehand.
Didn't care for it.
Yep. But then that turkey shows up and he's like, wait for me, guys. Wait for me.
But why would the turkey be in the same area as the dogs? I'm assuming this is an enclosed yard. So why is the turkey just in the same yard?
That turkey might not even be hers. He might have just snuck into the chicken pen and now he's just out roaming the yards and shit. That's a wild turkey.
She's not paying attention to what's going on this farm. I know that much.
And also, Chance, why in the hell would he jump on top of the trash cans to barely get onto the tree stump? Sassy and Shadow ended up just jumping the log.
Shadow figures that home is over the mountain and that he's going to go straight over the mountain to get home faster than how he got there. It'll be a shortcut. But next we see Peter in class, and he's drawing pictures of Shadow and other things.
Did you see that teacher like smack the board super hard with the ruler?
Yes.
Or really like
She
he
was like,
jump scared?
I know.
Yeah, I guess he like jumps and like looks at her like, what is happening?
Broke that little stick, man. She was talking about Sierra is what she was talking about. Right over.
I don't know about
Dang.
that. Yeah. Related to Bob, man.
Well, the neighbor finds the note and says, well, thanks for feeding them. The old dog seems really homesick, and he's kind of confused because the animals aren't there. Well, the note says the old dog seems kind of homesick, and the neighbor's kind of confused because there's no animals, you know? So he goes and feeds the other animals like he does normally.
Which I'm a little, I don't understand. Like, there may be cell phones at this point in time, but if there's like any sort of questions, then you call the person. But if there's no cell phones, like I've dog sit many times with many different people over many years. I always go over to their house beforehand, and I understand he's probably watched her animals multiple times, which is fine. So he already knows what to do. But there's 3 new animals. So I would have gone over beforehand, and there should have been like everything handled. No questions.
Yeah, I know they had cell phones since the 80s, right? So, and then they had like car phones.
No, they're probably expensive. Only the rich could afford those cell phones.
That's what
car
I'm
phones.
getting to.
For sure,
You Feeny.
Well, Chance, Shadow, and Sassy are making their way up the mountain together. They get to the top of their first little mountain and realize that home is not quite on the other side of it.
They got a lot of energy, or at least Chance does, because he's just running around, bouncing around. Like, after a little bit of like all of this, he's not gonna have all his energy. He's just gonna be walking. But it's like throughout this whole entire movie, it's constantly like them running or jogging or bouncing around. So I'm like, that's not really realistic.
Hey, he's a pup. They kind of get a little jab of no hope up there. You know, like, oh, wow, the home's way the hell over there.
Yeah, Sassy was just going to be like, because she was complaining about her nails. So she's like, I'm just going to stay right here until the bus comes and gets me, or something along the lines.
Well, Shadow don't play that. He says, well, I'm going home. So he keeps on just stroking forward. He's gone. And he convinces them to go with him. And Chance, he says that he admires Shadow's faith in that moment. And then there's the montage of them traveling over the mountain, through the rivers. Yep. And the grandmother's house they go. Nightfall comes and it's time to go to sleep. Chance believes something's out there. He hears something. But Shadow insists that they just go to sleep. Then we see him, we see a snake, like just slithering around. I guess minding his own business because nothing ever come of it. But it did look like some kind of rattlesnake, some kind of viper striking looking snake.
But it was stated right after Chance was like, something's out there. So I guess they were trying to prove that something is truly out there.
There's a lot out there. There was an owl that could have ate Sassy. The snake could have bit the dogs. They all would have been dead. And then somebody says that it could have been a moose.
I think Shadow said that.
Razor sharp teeth.
And she was like, well, I'm safe up in this tree. And Shadow's like, oh, no, Sassy, they'll get up there and smack your ass out of that tree. You're better down here with us.
Come down here, Sassy. I said Sassy like 100 times.
And she's like, ew, me sleep on the ground? And the next morning, she's waking up next to Chance on the ground.
Down here with the peasants, I see.
Which that's when Chance licks Sassy, but you can tell that's a fake ass cat when he licks her.
Well, the next day, they're fishing in the pond trying to get a...
You missed the part where they started running, like, to get up out of sleep. Did you see Chance run into that tiny little evergreen tree?
Oh, yeah, he said, ow. Ow.
Yeah, like, did that dog... was that part of it? Like, they wanted him to run into it, or was he just...
I'm sure it was a goof, and they just put it in there.
Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
Class actor.
That's right. Improv. So they're fishing in this pond, or river, and trying to get a fish. And Chance asks Shadow, how'd you get yours? And he says, Sassy. And so Sassy makes Chance say, dogs drool and cats rule, before she fishes him out a fish. That's some real 90s stuff right there. I don't think anybody have a problem saying that now for something to eat. But
fishes him out of fish.
The fish flops and just keeps on flopping, and he can't hold it down, which it leads Chance to some bear cubs, where he ends up scaring them up a tree. But then the mother comes up and scares the hell out of all of them.
I thought this was gonna be like CGI or some shit, bro. Nope.
No, this is some real bears.
That's crazy.
There's
dude.
2 black bears and a grizzly. They didn't even have the same bears. Like,
that.
It's 2. The baby ones are little black bears, and the mom was a grizzly. I was like, what the hell? Just call. You got some bears? Yeah, I'll come down there in 30 minutes. Like, yeah. It was pretty funny though.
I guess everybody's just trying to find their way home.
Yeah. They're a different,
should have been a spin-off movie.
Story. Yeah.
Little cubs here, but
Our New Mama.
Just like Chance was adopted, these black bears
Found their grizzly mama.
that was my mom up there. My mom.
Later on, they come to a river where they have to cross, and the dogs do, but Sassy doesn't want to get wet. So she tries to go further down to find a safe spot to cross, and she pretty much does until she skips on these rocks, and it's perfectly fine. Then she jumps on a damn log, and it breaks, and the cat goes down the river.
Okay, I'll tell you, this is the second time that I cried in this movie.
They really threw a cat in a river like multiple times to get these shots. So.
Yes, that is where I was crying about, because I was like, this cat, like the real cat of the actor is
like
died.
going under
dead.
and shit. Yeah,
and meowing, and I'm like,
and she's like, no. Push it down more. Push it.
Throw that fucking cat back in the river for Hollywood. Yeah, it was crazy.
I definitely had to pause and definitely Google real quick and being like, did this cat fucking die? Because I'm like literally tearing. I'm like, I'm watching this cat drown right now.
It says they actually tortured a cat in Rapids for Hollywood.
This is a snuff film, man.
Yeah, which they do it again with a bigger cat. They throw him off in the water later on. It's kind of a thing.
What's that one movie where like they kept the animals kept falling off of the waterfall, and it's like so many died, dude.
Mm-hmm.
What was that movie?
I don't know.
Bro, it was another like adventure, like a
oh shit. I don't know if I want to see that.
The animal killed in water,
and they actually died.
Yeah. It was like 20 dogs and cats.
You got to get the shot. You got to get the shot.
Got to get the perfect shot.
Yeah. Which you do see that there are scenes where the cat is fake. You can tell the cat is fake, like the zoomed out one. But
I hope, yeah.
But yeah.
There was a real cat in water for sure.
Well, she's swept downstream, and Chance and Shadow try to run along the shoreline to try to, find a spot that they can jump in and catch her. And they do both end up jumping in, but they lose her at the waterfall where she goes over. So sad. Well, later on, they couldn't find her. So later on, while looking for Sassy, Shadow explained why they're called man's best friend. And Chance knew at that moment that one day he wanted to be like Shadow. So wise.
So here Shadow knows the history of dogs, and I presume he has no formal learning. So how does he know this?
It's instinctual.
Passed down through oral tradition. I was like, what the fuck? This dude's like, he really goes in depth on like, first dog drug over a man. What's that? I mean, I was like, whoa.
Maybe the mama taught him down at dog school.
This is part of that dark magic they used to psychically communicate, I guess. I don't know.
Which, sorry, about the communicating with the bears and all the animals that they like.
Bears
they
are wild.
don't
Only domestic animals.
Okay, because I was about to say only the dogs and the cat. They do not communicate with any other animals.
That skunk, the porcupine, could have been like, "Watch out, buddy!" or something.
Yeah, and then
I'm stinking here.
Also in this scene, Shadow in the river does not have any white on his face, so you can tell that's a completely different dog. And then when they get Shadow at the top of the river, he was not wet, but in the next scene, after he went into the water. And then in the next scene, he was back to being wet. So there was a few inconsistencies.
They flubbed it.
Well, they waited a day to look for Sassy, and she never did. So Shadow says, I'll miss you, Sassy.
Sassy.
And I guess they decided to move on. Dogs get over people really quick.
Yeah, he does.
That's when we see a bald eagle flying. And this old man doing some good old bird watching.
Okay, I called this guy bird pervert in my notes because he seems to be a little off.
Man.
He's lonely. He's out in the woods and
walks
himself.
up to the corpse, he presumes, of a cat and just picks it up and walks off with it. And he's like, "Oh, you're alive?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with that corpse, dude?" Like it. it rubbed me the wrong way, so he got called bird pervert in my notes.
Well, he says, oh, wow, a third sighting in 4 months. So he's been just out here bird watching for a long ass time.
Well, I mean, people have a hobby of bird watching. They'll go to parks and go to like national parks and things like that to just look around and bird watch.
No,
he also calls the cat a classy dame. I think he might have had some ulterior motives. I'm just saying. I didn't just call him bird pervert for no reason. Like,
he does find Sassy and call her that.
Classy dame.
He does pick her up, and he is shocked to see that she is still alive. And he takes her back to his cabin and dries her off and cleans her up. But we come back to the dogs, and Shadow and Chance are trying to get something to eat. And Shadow is trying to teach Chance about patience. But he ends up getting pinched by a crawfish.
Oh, Sassy
is
would
that...
like to see this.
Crayfish. Yeah.
Sassy would love this.
Mm-hmm. And back at the farm, Kate returns. She's looking for the animals, and the neighbor comes by and says, how was the event? And she said it was good, but the neighbor asked her about the dog and the cat. And Kate's like, what do you mean? And the neighbor says, you didn't take them with you? And she says, no, that was a long drive.
Why would I take them with me?
Yeah, and so they start to look for the animals, and so they call the park rangers. They say that there's what type of animals they are, and then the park rangers are like, well, that type of animal wouldn't stand a chance out here. We got bears and mountain lions and crayfish.
Oh my!
Yeah, and Kate decides to tell the family, and then we go to see them, and they're all crying just immediately. They're like, action, cry. And Peter wants to go look for him, but Bob is like, that's not a good idea.
Fucking Bob. He gives up so quick, and then finally he starts trying. But
yeah, he says we don't know where they're at. We just have to be patient. And Peter's, I guess he feels that, and he thinks that Shadow thinks that Peter abandoned him, and he's upset at Bob about it and storms off.
Which you see when he storms off, you see how big of a fucking townhouse this is. They could have brought the animals with them.
That's what Chelsea said too. She said, did you like this? And was she mad at Bob? But then she started talking about how big the house was.
Yeah, the house.
She knew I didn't want to see Bob having a good time.
I'm assuming it's because most townhouses in the city, like, they don't have a big yard, and the dogs are used to it. But once again, you can take the dogs on a long ass walk or take them to the park. And
you're not even going to be there long.
Right.
Yeah.
So they could have taken them.
Yeah.
Well,
Bob sucks.
The next day, Bob is late for his meeting with the grant committee because he's printing off a reward poster for the animals, or a missing poster for the animals, for Pete and Hope and Jamie.
He gets mad at a dot matrix printer, loser. I wrote that in the notes for some reason, too.
And then we see Chance and Shadow still on their journey, and Sassy still with the bird watcher. And he says, you made it through the night. And so you think you can keep some milk down? And he gives her some milk.
Goat milk.
I wrote a question of, did they make Sally Field lick a saucer full of milk to make her lines sound more authentic? I mean, they drown a cat for a shot, so I thought maybe there was a chance.
They got Sally Field over a pool of water.
They're just dunking her ass. Read your goddamn lines. You're a classy dame. Man, I don't know. Yeah, I could see it.
And she asked herself, she's like, was that my sixth life? I think it was my fourth. And then we go back to the dogs. They're still traveling, talking about hot dogs and all the food that they used to have.
Hot dogs.
But then this mountain lion spots them and begins to stalk them. Chance sees the mountain lion first, while Shadow is like underwater trying to
get some fish.
Yeah, get some fish. But Shadow looks up after Chance's, whatever, and he doesn't see it, and he's like, "Oh, that's Boulder Dash."
You're just smelling thing.
Yeah, it's nothing. So he goes back down, and then the cat comes back up, and Chan's like, "What? A little cartoon type of thing over here."
It's just right.
Yeah, and soon as Shadow does see it, he's like, "What? Tell me sooner, motherfucker! Look the hell out of here!" And so they just take off running. Yeah, and the cat gives chase. Chance says it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. How does he know about Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It's so can y'all understand English or not? Because I don't know. You know a celebrity now? I don't know.
Well, he thinks he's going to die, so he starts telling all his secrets. And he says the bones are buried next to the jungle gym. What is that about?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a stash of bones.
Just a regular bone? Did he kill some animals? Neighborhood cats, squirrels, rabbits?
I have to presume he's killed.
Did he kill a kid?
And he will kill him.
Next to the jungle gym?
Well, you give... Well,
I mean, with my experience of getting dogs from the shelter, it probably is a person or another dog or something.
Could be. Classy dame.
Yep. But them bones are buried over by the jungle gym.
I took it as like rawhide bones, like things like that.
Like it was just a tree.
The jungle gym.
I was thinking, what's Shadow gonna do with old chewed up ass bone and buried, dude? I don't know. Maybe he wants it. Probably not. Though. Well, he's wise.
Shadow gets an idea with
because he mentioned the seesaw.
The seesaw idea, yeah. And he sees a rock that kind of looks off balance. And he lures the big cat into the right spot so that Shadow can perform a move like he did with, or Chance can perform a move like he did with Sassy on the seesaw.
But the thing is that when you see this like montage of the mountain lion chasing Shadow, he went all the way through the woods. There was no river around him or anything. Like the whole entire time that the dogs, they were by the river the whole entire time. Right. So like that part didn't really make much sense.
Yeah, I think Chelsea even said, she was like, why did they pick this for the shot? Like, it didn't make sense to...
Well, it worked out because Chance jumped on this huge rock and it just catapulted.
Well, first of all, the stupid fucker got confused, and not even confused. He got like distracted with the butterfly. I would not have gotten distracted with the butterfly if I was Chance, especially in a very dangerous situation with Shadow.
Listen, all right. It's a dog, okay? He never seen a butterfly before.
He lives on a farm.
Tortured mountain lion by plunging in a river. He looks pissed.
I wonder how they really launched that cat.
Well, I think there's one easy way to do it. Launch a fucking mountain lion off into a river.
Was it just like a tame one and they just chucked him off? Or did they really have like a catapult set up and this cat's like... And like they needed to let him free anyway. They just rehabilitated him, and they was like, "Get the fuck out of here! Go
Trapped
free."
The mountain lion.
Well, from all the facts, when I was researching the facts, I do know that like it was a tamed mountain lion, but I didn't remember what it said about it.
A tamed mountain lion named Derek.
Well, the dogs start barking in celebration, and while the bird watcher is holding Sassy, she can hear the barking. So she starts running towards them and away from the bird watcher, and he says, "Steer clear of the river." So Sassy starts running, smelling, and hearing for them to find out where they are. And she sees them running across a field, and she meows real loud, and they hear it. And when they hear it, they start running towards her. And while she's running towards them, she says, "My boys, my boys." And Shadow says, "Oh, I've missed you so much." But you can't tell the emotion from dogs, so he just runs over there and says,
yeah. Well, the bird pervert lets a house cat go after hearing a mountain lion's roar and dogs barking. And his only advice is stay away from the river. Like, and the humans are stupid as shit in this movie.
And then also, this is when Chance ended up tripping. So the dialogue was like, "Oh, there's like a gopher hole or something like that." So it's like Chance ran into a tree and then he's tripping over holes. Like,
just a pup. He's a pup, man. Pups do stupid things. Trip over their own feet. Well, they all missed each other and they start traveling again together. Next, they all felt full because Sassy was able to fish them out some more food.
There was 3 big piles of fish.
And the dogs are thankful, and Chance actually says that he can't wait to see Jamie, which is surprising to the rest of the group because they thought that he didn't care about them. And then he sees a porcupine that he wants to go check out.
Which again, it's confirmed. It's confirmed that dogs and cats can communicate with one another, but cannot communicate with other creatures. But you would think that, because he already ran into the skunk, and I guess he almost got sprayed because he was complaining how it smelled. So like you would think he would have already learned, like, don't mess with things. And he encountered 3 bears, so you would think that he would have already learned by now to like not mess with other creatures.
Well, Shadow even tells him, leave it alone. It don't smell right. But Chance has to inspect, and when he does, he tries to go and get a good sniff. It hits him with the pines. What are they called? Spines?
Spines.
Is that what they call?
It's 5 on the right side of
there.
Oh, quills.
I knew there was another word for it.
So there's 5 quills on the right side of his muzzle.
Yep, lights him up.
Often disappears throughout the movie.
Yeah. And switch sides.
Well, they're retractable. They actually go inside the body and just come out. But Sassy tries to pull him out of his face.
Did you
and she
see
ends up
biting his lip?
How do you get that cat to do that? And how do you get the dog just sit there and take it?
I mean, it seemed like he was getting agitated, though. He tried to bite at, stop it. Stop it.
Yeah, well, she couldn't get them all out.
She didn't get any of them out. They stayed 5 in there.
Well, she says, whatever you do, don't lick yourself. And next we see Peter going down to the police station trying to put out an APB on a missing dog. But
that
the police
cop gets so mad at him at first.
Yeah, he does.
I think
filing a false police report, you little shit. Like he's about to strike him.
I think rightfully so. Because if we think about the police department, like this dude's probably looking for, because he's probably looking for like missing kids. He's got bigger shit to worry about. And this kid comes in, my dog's lost. Motherfucker, I got a kid a woman who's missing his goddamn son. What the fuck are you talking about?
I thought you meant rightfully so. He could hit the kid. I get what you're saying. Now I was like, I don't know about hitting the kid. No. No, you just mean he's got a real job.
I will say he does get nice at the end because he does offer him advice instead of being a dick. But he never once said anything about the pound or anything like that. So he could have also been like, hey, you can do the lost flyers, but also you can call a pound.
The cat is struggling.
It's true. He does help out at the end. And the cat's like, oh, thanks, mister. And he says, hey, kid. Yeah? Good luck. One of those, that's a 90s moment.
Yeah, really.
Good luck.
The kid is happy now, too. And I was like, I don't know any kid that would be able to see the hope in that moment. I don't know. He'd still be pissed off that the cop wouldn't go look for his dog, I would presume, but I don't know.
Well, he gets the cops give him the idea for the poster, so he runs off thinking, yeah, I'm gonna go do some posters and do that stuff. So the mom is making the posters already.
The mom didn't make the posters. Bob did.
But she gives them to Peter.
Secretary too.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, where'd you get these? And he's like, well, Bob made them. And he's like, well, why did he tell me? Well, the way you acted, he was kind of scared to talk to you, Peter.
Which is it's an adult. Sucks. It's an adult. I mean, I get it's a very crappy situation and he feels bad and probably guilty, but he's a grown ass man. He should be able to at least tell the kids to give him hey, we're doing everything that we can do instead of just being like, hey, fuck these animals. We ain't doing nothing.
And then they call him dad. Oh,
that's Bob.
Fuck that Bob.
Well, they do. They call him dad later on.
Yeah, I'm not saying in that moment, but that's what wins them over. Also, I was a dick and got mad that they were using a color photo to copy the thing because I didn't realize this is literally the year where the kind of copier came out where you could do that. I was like, you couldn't copy that picture. It's 1980 something. It's a 1993 film. So wow. It's the year they came out with a laser printer.
Ooh, new technology.
Absolutely. Went from analog to digital.
It was $15,000 back in the day.
Yeah, take out a fucking loan. Yeah.
Well, then we see our animal crew at it again, still traveling, and Chance still has these porcupine quills in his mouth. He's kind of in a down mood because he's got these quills in his face. He's hurting. He's just so sad. And then Chance hears something, and then they follow him to a little girl. Not Chance, Shadow hears something.
Shadow hears something. Shadow goes and explores, finds the girl, and then he calls to Chance and Sassy. Hey, come here. There's a little girl. Which also, this whole entire time, because there's animals, you don't know what the temperature is. But this little girl, I will make a note. She's in a short sleeve shirt and some pants. Go for it with it. And then I'll explain why later on.
Oh, okay. Chance looking big right there.
Yeah, it's a different dog.
Looks more experienced, too. But the little girl gives Shadow a hug, and I guess that shows that he's earned her trust, because she was a little scared at first.
A little bit.
But she's like, it's fine, I'm Shadow. Later that night, we see a search party looking for the little girl.
Which all in some jackets. The adults all have jackets and hats.
It gets cold at night. Her parents are crying because they can't find her, but in the morning, Chance can hear them.
Shadow can hear them.
I keep putting Chance. Shadow.
I don't know, because Chance is not that good of a dog.
And you can hear them calling for her, but Shadow doesn't want to risk the strange, or Chance don't want to risk the strangers finding them because he thinks that they'll take them to the pound and he doesn't want to go back there.
Don't want to go there.
And Shadow's like, it's okay. Like, we need to help the little girl. So he goes, finds them, which is kind of a long way. So like, he kind of like went a bit to find these people, starts barking at them. But yeah, like still again, these people all adults have jackets, pants, long sleeve shirts. Like, why is this little girl in just a short sleeve shirt?
It's kind of confusing.
Well, they went
also, I don't know anybody searching for a kid that's going to be like, let's follow a dog. Like, I don't know. Like, seems a little far fetched. But
well, it's weird for a dog to be out in the wild like that.
True,
so,
but like, did your daughter know a dog? I don't know. Like, for me, I would be like, well, there's somebody's damn dog. Like,
get out of here! Get out of here!
Oh, bird pervert. Yeah, but yeah.
Well, one of the members, the dad follows Shadow back to the little girl, and one of the members of the search party recognizes the the two dogs and a cat.
They're both park rangers. The lady that found them, or not found them, but like noticed them, was a park rangers. Which also, by the way, she's a terrible actor, and so is the guy that she called through. No, because she's just like, I don't even know how she did it. She's like, oh my gosh, I recognize these animals. Like she was being way over the top.
Well, she recognized them from the flyer that old Bob had made, and she says, "Don't worry, guys, you're going home." And Shadow recognized the word home, like you guys says earlier. And I put in my notes, is he learning English?
Well, maybe the same difference on teaching and training an animal sit, stay. Like, they know what, like, once you train them, they know what it means. Or at least, like, in that type of sense.
Right. They
But
know
like,
certain words, yeah.
How often are the parents being home? Like, how often are they saying that?
You ready to go home? Well, this is where I live. Like, I don't know. What, you taking the dog out a lot? Like, no.
Well, the park ranger ends up calling Bob, telling them that they found the dogs and that they're on a shelter. And he screams out loud in his office, like, yes!
But he hangs up on her. Like, she says something like,
I know where to pick him up at.
Yeah, she says something that they're taking to the pound, and then that's when he like hangs up and says yes, but like no more information was given because he hung up on her.
Well,
so
we gotta assume he got the information.
And like, is he embarrassed to tell the people he works with, I found my kids' animals? Like, he acts like it's something he can't. He's like, and runs off like fucking Bob. Yeah.
I guess they
hate that Bob.
He called the family and the kids and told them that they found him, and all the kids run out of their classrooms.
Well, no, two of them, the older Peter and Holly, runs out, gets the classrooms, and then they all run to the gym or like the theater area to get the younger boy, Jamie. And he was in the middle of the play or whatever practicing. He drops a pumpkin, and then the teacher's just like, what is happening right now?
Yeah, doesn't tell him anything.
You found who?
Yeah.
Oh, Bob's like, we'll replace it. Sorry.
And there's like 4 pumpkins in the background. You don't got to replace it. Pick up one.
That too.
I was kind of mad about that.
Throw him another one.
Yeah.
Well, when we go back to the dogs, we see that Shadow is, saying to the other ones, be patient. They're going to find us. They're going to take us to our owners. But Chance sees the pound and he starts freaking out. And the muzzle. They muzzle all the dogs.
No, they did not
muzzle Shadow.
They muzzled Shadow.
Oh.
They did not muzzle Chance, which I mean, Chance
Because of
does
the
have the porcupine quills,
Yeah,
but
there you go. Jack
still,
him up.
they like. Shadow did it like Shadow's good. He's a good dog, which I get it. They don't know him, but like this whole entire time, like he's being calm, cool, and collected. Like he's not showing his teeth. He's not growling. He's not barking. He's already got a collar and leash on him. He's walking, and then you put a muzzle on, then he starts freaking the fuck out. So it's just like, why are you putting a muzzle on a dog when he's being fine the whole entire time?
I didn't get that at all.
She did say they've been taking the animal pine shelter on some 90. She did say where it was at.
Yeah, but then he just like immediately hung up on her.
Oh, I thought you meant he hung up on her, didn't get no information.
No, like he didn't get
yes,
like
thank you.
more information.
Wait, I didn't tell you where they're at. Hey.
No,
when
he
are
knew
you
where
coming?
they
We
were
close in
at.
30 minutes.
Nah, man, fuck that. He got the information. Hang up on her ass. Anyways, yeah, they muzzle his ass.
Yeah, they muzzle Shadow.
But he's Chan's freaking out. He remembers the days in the pounds. They're getting separated. They're separated the dogs from Sassy, which I guess makes sense. I mean, why would you keep them in the same cage?
But the dogs, Shadow and Chance, were in the bed of the truck, and then Sassy was in the front of the cab of the truck. So then that's when Shadow's like, don't let them get you, Sassy. Like, run and jump. And that's
he's
when...
like, Chance was right.
Yeah.
All along. And then they send out the fat dog catcher to go catch Sassy.
He's a goblin of a man. Not a good-looking guy.
But she ain't playing this game. And Sassy just got those... She's like, I just got those 2 back. And she's not going to lose them now. So she sneaks back into the pound where a veterinarian is working on getting the Pine's quills out of Chance's face.
So I will say this. This is not a hindsight, but I did work at a vet like 5-6 years ago for something like this. Like, when a dog is in pain, they're going to potentially act out. So in this case scenario, if this dog was at the vet, you would give like a light sedative to be able to calm the dog down fully, to be able to pull out, and then all these things. Like, they just like forcing him down and trying to pull it out with some tweezers while he's wide awake. Like,
this is how they used to do back in.
It is wild.
Scare the shit out of him, rip him out of his face.
And then also there's there's an inconsistency, because when he drops one of the quills, there was like 4 or 5 already in the metal tray, but then when he looks back on the face, there was still like 3 left. The dog only had 5 quills stuck in his face.
Pulled out 40 out of 5.
You guys are not stating the obvious here, okay?
Whenever
they hopped out of the truck, they put the muzzle on Shadow, and he had to take it off to say, "Run, Sassy."
With his mind.
Yeah, really? Come on,
He
bro.
did have to. Oh, good. Why did he have to take it off? But
that's funny.
But Sassy somehow frees Shadow and then lures the dog catcher out of the building while Shadow tries to save Chance. They were able to remove all the porcupine quills from Chance's face. While Sassy was running, this guy on this like Monty Python kind of a Benny Hill type of thing down the hallway. That's back funny. And forth.
Yeah. Boy, the cat, most of the cats that are sassy has been painfully inbred to the point that it's like cross-eyed and stuff. Like, that cat looks like just rough. I don't know. Every time it does a close-up, you're like, boy, you have the same parent, like brother and sister parents. Like,
they're actually catcalling at Sassy
nice
while she's in the pound.
Baby, yeah.
Shake that tail. So stupid. But yeah, she's trying to get away from this stupid dog catcher, and then that I could just picture that because they're going back and forth in the same hallway, and I don't know how he's not catching this damn cat, but
because he's fat.
After that, Chance,
that's pretty much it.
Chance and Shadow go for the escape, and they're able to take Sassy with them. They make it out to the fence, and Shadow's able to get through, and Sassy's able to get through, but Chance gets his collar caught on the bottom of the fence, and he can't get through, so they're trying to dig and get a little under there, and the big goblin dog catcher man's coming. He's coming.
But she does grab him and like pulls him pretty much all the way in, which I guess that's what unhooks him. And that's when Shadow jumps on the fence, scares the guy to fall on his butt, and then that's how Chance was able to escape.
Yep. And then after that, we meet the family, and they're having a good time in the car on the way to pick up the animals. And Hope says that if you didn't make those flyers, we would have never found them. Then we see the dogs running into the bushes right outside the shelter.
Yep.
And then the family just drives right past the bushes.
Literally within like a couple, like not even a minute. So you see the time frame, but by the time they get the next scene, when they get to the pound, it's dark, and then the guy comes out and is like, "Oh, I'm so sorry about the situation." Why did it take them pretty much hours to be able to explain to the Bob that they escaped?
They went to the gray room.
An idiot.
Like it didn't make sense
Bob.
that part.
I hate Bob.
He took him the long route. The shelter was 6 feet away.
Because then that's when the mama ended up saying, because that's when the mama ended up saying, "Oh, it's been hours. They're probably gone. They're probably way gone." This is the opportunity to start calling the animals names and start doing walking around on the road. This would have been the opportunity to do that.
Right.
Well, the family is disappointed now, and they couldn't find him, but they won't give up. And the next day, we see that our animal crew has found the city again.
Which at the top of when it looks to them, the mark on Chance's face went to the left side.
trading wounds, huh?
Yep, it's switching sides.
Well, maybe he healed up from that one and got scratched by the fence. You know, we never know.
It's only been like a day. There's no way.
Well, the crew starts making their way across this rail yard when Shadow ends up falling into this pit.
Which, before you get to that part, there was, in the train track scene, there's no marks on Chance's either side of his face.
He's healing up.
I mean, no. And then this is where my third time that I cried, because he fell into the pit and like he doesn't move things like that. So it's like, damn, he's done all this work and then he fucking dies.
Yeah, he tries to get out, but it's too slick, too wet, and he's just saying he's too old.
And he got hurt. His back foot got hurt.
Yeah, he's like visibly shaking too. Like they probably tortured that dog. like you can't train a dog to shiver like that. I don't know.
Chance does jump down in the pit with him, and he's like trying to get him up, and he's like, "I'm not going to let you quit, Shadow." He says, "I'm too old," but Chance says that's not true. There's nothing. He's like, "There's nothing you can do, Chance. Merry Christmas."
Yeah, this is definitely a tearjerker scene right here. But also, if I was Chance or even Shadow, like I wouldn't have gotten Chance. Which Chance made the decision to go down into the pit on his own. But if before he did that, I would have told him like, "Hey, go do what I did by like going barking and getting somebody's attention to come and help."
Yeah. I would have thought that was the plan, honestly. Like when they come over the hill, I thought he was going to lead the family to him, and then he's just out of the hole. So
no, man, Shadow's old. He says it's time for you to be on your own.
I'll admit I was very distracted by the end of this movie. So,
and Chance says, "But I want you with me. I love you, Shadow." And Chance says, "Oh no, Shadow, goddamn, I keep." And Shadow says,
"Damn it.
You've learned everything you need, Chance. Now all you need to do is learn how to say goodbye." And Chance says, "I won't give up." Then it goes away. Mm-hmm. That is a nice station wagon they have. Got the wood grain.
You're like going backwards.
Like until nighttime? How long have they at the pound?
Yeah, that's what she was saying.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Crazy. It was like hours. It was during the daylight.
I didn't realize it had gotten dark.
They started the 99 bottles on the wall song, and he had to finish that.
That's true. Yeah, that sounds like fucking Bob. Let's finish the song. We don't have to take the dogs on the 2-week journey or what?
Well, we go back to the family, and we see that this old lady, I don't know if she's a neighbor or whoever, she's asking how the family is, and she says they're getting better since they've been at home, which they're at their original home. They're not at the San Francisco house. And we see Bob playing with the kids, and he takes Jamie off of
I'm gonna take note of this at the end. Bring up something. Yeah.
So you could have just brought it up at the
sorry. I just want to pinpoint this. I just want to pinpoint this exact spot.
Which this also, with the fact that they're back at the original house, they didn't sell this house. So this kind of confirms that they are like, they have this house and also the San Francisco house. So like, they could have saved money for the wife and the kids to stay at this house, keep all the animals, and have Bob get a smaller apartment or something like that if they're about to be paying for both houses.
I don't know why Bob didn't just go by his fucking self. Nobody wants you here, Bob.
Well, we see Bob playing with the kids, and he takes Jamie off his shoulders, and Hope's like, "Oh, come on, please, Daddy, please." And Bob kind of pauses, like, did she just say that?
Yeah, it's kind of like it's supposed to be a very meaningful interaction, but it kind of turned awkward when they kind of like did that weird kind of pause.
Yeah, it was kind of the first time that he heard it, and I guess for him it was awesome. And then Peter's like the oldest one. He's like, "Yeah, come on, Dad."
Yeah, I thought this was going to be when he was like, when your dad died in that mining accident. I thought this was for sure when they were going to hit me with the dad's dead or whatever.
I'm surprised there was no Sunny D, product placement in this movie, man. This has been a good time. Come on, Dad, get us some Sunny D.
Give us some Sunny D, Pop.
Yeah, but
our dad died before he ever could.
And that's when Jamie, he says, do you hear that? And Hope says it's a dog. And then the mom comes out and
she didn't close the door behind her.
Well, they ain't got no animals.
I mean, I'm sorry.
They're already gone.
Like, for me as a hindsight, even if I do or do not have animals, there's flies. Like, come on, close the damn door.
And she was in an apron, so she's probably cooking something.
Dumbass.
But that was back in the day when they put the pie on the windowsill.
I don't know if they did that in 1993.
Listen, flies weren't as bad back in the day.
He said. Listen, big dog.
But she comes out there and they're like, shut up. Listen. You know, they told her to be quiet. So
Yeah, they did.
They did.
she was like, hey, hun.
There's a fucking dog barking.
Yeah.
Was she?
No, we don't have neighbors. It's got to be something we know.
She automatically is like trying to like lessen their hope because like obviously the odds of it being their actual dogs is pretty slim.
It's not your damn dog, boy. Yeah.
They're dead. Oh,
Your animals are dead. They're cold and in the ground.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, he keeps hearing the dog barking, and the mom tries to convince him it's not Chance. But they keep on calling.
He's
They're
been
like,
picked
Chance!
apart by scavengers.
And they're looking over this hill, and as they do, they see Chance run over the hill.
Which he has no mark on his face and he has no mud on him.
Well, he got cleaned up. It's been a while.
And
And they see, they're so happy to see him, and then Sassy comes running over the hill, and they're super happy as well to
I
see
thought
her.
she was dead for sure.
And then Bob says, "Oh, the family's all come back together." Motherfucker, what about the last
Yeah, did you
dog?
forget about Peter, bro? Like,
But then Pete looks over the hill and doesn't see Shadow.
this is where I start. This
No
is the
one
last
does.
time that I start crying because this was just such a tearjerker. Because like the likelihood of this old dog that's covered in mud with a hurt back foot. I mean, obviously Chance got out of there, but like he's a healthy young pup. So I'm like, damn, did they really gonna end this fucking movie with the old guy just fucking dying?
I'd actually heard before I watched this from somebody. I think it was the guy we were talking to the other day. He said that they did a version where he dies, and the test audience was like not having it, and so they had to reshoot it where he actually lives. Like,
That would have been terrible.
I heard
That
the
is not a
original
Disney
version.
movie.
He doesn't. Yeah, I heard the original version. He doesn't make it, and the test audience was just crushed, and they were like, "Yeah, we can't do this."
Dang. Yeah, I'm glad they
because
didn't do
we
that.
found-
Also,
Yeah,
Chance
no.
gets neutered in one of the scenes at the
Oh, you
the
don't see
pound.
his balls?
Yeah, Chelsea's like, "Well, that's not the same dog." I was like, "Why?" She's like, "He's neutered," and I was like, "Oh, well, I didn't see that, but hey,
Well,
leave it to the farm lady."
we're assumed to believe that Chance was left in the mud pit and didn't make it. And so they all start to feel sad again. And this is
That's crazy because what's his face gave up on him. He was old.
Yeah, Peter did try to.
He's
Kind of
It was a long
rationalize
way.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was far. He was just too old. He couldn't make the journey. And then Pete starts to head back inside, and he's like, "I'm gonna go get me a new puppy." But then we see Shadow
Does he
limping.
say that?
No, he doesn't.
I was like, "Wow."
We see Shadow limping over the hill, and Pete yells for Shadow, and then comes to hug him. And they're so happy. They're finally reunited.
Which he also has no mud on him.
Credits roll.
And he says, "I missed you, Pete. I love you." And Chance,
Pretty good.
Chance says that was Shadow's victory. Really, it was his belief that got him through. And in that moment, he's seen him as a puppy, reunited with his best friend.
Which in one of those scenes, like because you see like Peter is hugging on Shadow, they're kind of jumping around, they're kind of like doing circles around each other. One of those scenes, Shadow's no longer limping.
They heal fast, I'm telling you.
No, they did not at all.
It was
Super pups.
the limp was like a practical effect too. They just like taped a piece of wood to his leg. It was pretty funny. Sounds mean as shit, like throwing a cat in a river or whatever, but they obviously didn't care.
So they all go into the house, but once again, nothing is explained. Like, what is their plan now? Like, do they plan on keeping the dogs here? Do they plan on going back to San Francisco? Do they stay at the house? Like, what is the plan?
Well, a new feeling came over them, that they had a family, and that he had made the sacrifice for friendship and love, even more than just whatever stuff was at the last time for his life, Chance. But he was home, okay?
You're making this part up? Or?
That's what the point. No, Chance is,
okay.
Chance is like narrating this.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And I guess it was Thanksgiving because old mom was out there,
Having
serving
a
up
bright
turkey.
ass apple. Did you see that? It's a cooked turkey with a whole apple supposed to be in the core. But if the apple was in the oven with it, it ain't going to be a fresh apple. It's going to be like shriveled up. It's going to be cooked.
That doesn't look good.
Well, Chance was super excited to get some of that turkey, and then the screen goes black, and the words go up on Homeward Bound, an unexpected journey.
Wonderful. I'm not going to watch the second one.
You should.
I'm not going to.
Remember that point that I told y'all?
There it is.
There it is. He said it was there. Now it's
Yep. Now look.
He called it.
There is
a story.
A fan theory.
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
Fan theory is dark.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Fan theory is that at the end, when it was at the shelter, it was raining, family dies in a car wreck.
Oh, damn.
The whole family.
Damn.
Dang. How'd they get that?
That's how they get reunited.
The dogs go in the pit. Neither of them make it out. Sassy was already dead from earlier.
Oh, from the river?
And so whenever they're reunited, all of them are in heaven.
Oh, damn.
Man.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. So Shadow died last then.
And the neighbor lady's dead because she's talking about the turkey at the end, too.
Well, she was old as hell.
Yeah, I'm just saying. She
died
cashed
after
out
the wedding.
too. They killed her off just for this fucking
That is the
That's
fan
enough.
theory.
Dang.
Yeah, that's dark as shit. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
I wish they would have done that version. Because, I'll take the other deaths as long as fucking Bob's still. So it's a win for me. Yeah.
Oh, God dang it. Well, let's go ahead and tell these people some facts that they probably didn't know about Homeward Bound, An Unexpected Journey.
Extra, extra, hear all about it.
We got the facts.
Okay, I'll start this off with multiple actors for each main role. While the film credits Ben, Rattler, and Tiki as the main stars, they were not the only animals on screen. The role of Chance was played by 4 dogs, and Shadow was played by a different 4. Even more impressively, the sassy Himalayan cats were played by a staggering 10 cats to handle all the different stunts and scenes.
Yeah, they killed several in the group.
with different cats trained for specific actions like running, swimming, or simply meowing on command. Goater?
I pretty much said all of mine, I think. Rigged up the limp, multiple animals. You already said that. Yeah, this is a remake of a 1963 film.
I did not know
Same
that.
title and everything, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Grizz?
This was one of Don Ameshi's final film before his death, the year of the film's release. He voiced Shadow. Koala?
Okay, this one's a long one. When Shadow falls into the pit and injures his leg, the dog never actually fell into the pit. When he stepped on the boards, they broke, but there was a platform immediately below. Then a fake dog was dropped into the pit, and these scenes were edited together. Shadow tries to get out, but the pit is large and deep and muddy, and he keeps slipping back into the pit because he cannot get a good grip. To accomplish this scene, a special pit was dug, which was about 3 to 4 feet deep. For their sliding back and forth, one trainer was at the top of the pit calling the dog. Another trainer was at the bottom telling the dog to stay. When he did, he would naturally start sliding downward. The dog could actually walk out on his own at any time and did so several times during the filming. When Shadow does appear at the end of the film to be reunited with Peter, Shadow runs with a limp. This is accomplished by putting part of a round wooden bead between the dog's toes. The bead did not hurt him in any way, but gave him a peculiar sensation, causing him to walk with a limp. I feel like this was just a good summary of just saying, hey, we did these things, but like the dog didn't actually get hurt type of thing. Panda?
I don't believe him, but...
The waterfall scene was a fake out. One of the most horroring moments in the film is when Sassy is swept over a waterfall. To protect the animal, this sequence was filmed in 3 different locations and using multiple methods. A real cat was filmed swimming in a calm, heated pool. A mechanical cat was used for the more dangerous shots of being swept from down the rapids, and a fake cat was used for the actual plunge over the waterfall.
I've seen that part.
The shots were then edited together to create the dramatic illusion.
They tortured cats left and right.
Mandela effect. And I do remember this as a kid as Chance and Shadow walking out of the pit. But clearly in the movie, it just blacks out, letting people believe that Shadow is dead until his heroic return.
So you remember them walking?
I remember them, like him, Chance, like talking Shadow up, the little thing. You got it, and like helping him push, get out of there. And then I like sat down and he was like licking them, trying to get them clean and stuff. That's how he's clean coming, but clearly the movie just ends. Like,
I don't remember that.
He's Koala. I said Koala.
Oh, my bad. Chance loves to tease the aloof Sassy by chasing and teasing her. The chase scenes were done in cuts. The cat was merely running to a buzzard while the dog came in response to verbal cues and was not actually chasing the cat. Panda?
No animals were harmed. was a Herculean effort. The filming was overseen by the Animal Humane Association to ensure animal safety. Many of the most dangerous-looking stunts were actually created through clever editing and special effects. For example, the scene where Chance gets stuck with porcupine quills involved attaching rubber needles to the dog's face with spirit gum. Chase scenes between Chance and Sassy were also carefully choreographed, with the cat running to a buzzer and the dog responding to a voice cue, never actually chasing the cat. Well, this is a part of my facts. Grizz?
This is funny. I'm surprised we didn't catch it and say nothing, but this is a fact in here. When Chance jumps out of the car when they're going to the
I did say
farm,
it.
you did?
I did bring it up, yeah.
He bangs the youngest child's head on the door.
Bad. Yeah, pretty bad.
Bro, it looked like it hurt.
Meow.
Yeah, but it said the camera pans off real fast. So.
Heck, the kid probably didn't want to try it again.
Yeah,
He's
no,
like,
that was
"Fuck
the
it."
one take. Right?
Get out of my way, man.
Yeah.
They said animals weren't harmed, not true.
Yeah.
Boys, they
Koala.
get hurt. Yeah.
Okay, when Chance chases Sassy onto a seesaw and she gets catapulted through the air, the scene was done in many cuts. The seesaw lifted up to a height of about 4 feet and the cat was filmed on it. The cat was then filmed as she was tossed from one trainer to a blanket being held by several people. The cat seemed to love it and purred throughout. The camera angle facing up made it look as though the cat was at a height much greater than it was. A fake cat was also filmed flying through the air to give the perception of distance. Edited together, it creates a spectacular scene. For the cat's landing, she was dropped by a trainer from a height of around 2 feet and landed in the sand.
The cat was purring the whole time we drowned in that river.
Panda.
That's hilarious.
A star-studded voice cast. While the original 1963 film, The Incredible Journey, used a narrator to tell the story, the 1993 remake gave a voice to each of the animals. These voices were provided by major Hollywood stars. Michael J. Fox as the mischievous puppy Chance, Sally Field as the elegant and sarcastic cat Sassy, and Don Amiche as the wise and loyal golden retriever Shadow. The voice acting added a new layer of personality and humor that made the film a huge hit. Grizz?
The mysterious Chance, Chance, finds the wedding buffet table irresistible. Soon is wearing wedding cake ear to ear. The dog portraying Chance loved whipped cream. A lot of whipped cream was spread on him so he could not consume too much in this scene. Yeah, Koala.
For the scene in which the animals go through a railroad yard and cross the tracks, no trains were in use while the animals were being filmed. Moving trains were filmed at a separate time and spliced into the films with the animals while they are walking through the yard. Panda?
A subtle tribute to the original. The original 1963 film, The Incredible Journey, was also a Disney production. The 1993 remake included a subtle nod to its predecessor. The character of the old man who finds the animals and gives them a meal is played by actor Robert Hayes. In the original film, Hayes played the main human character, John. This casting was a deliberate and affectionate tribute to the original. Chris?
This is one of the rare movies where the animals, when they talk, their mouth don't move. To deliver the lines. Koala.
The note.
Thanks for that. I just didn't know if we would figure that out.
I mean, hey, if nobody's ever seen this movie.
Okay, so the note. When Kate is leaving for her stock drive, she leaves a note for her neighbor Frank, who will be taking care of all the animals while she's gone. When she shuts the barn door, the breeze blows out one of the pages off the shelf, leaving Frank to believe she took the animals with her. The neighbor finds page 1, which says, "Frank, thanks for feeding the animals as usual. The old dog seems real homesick, so I took him and the other 2, which that was on page 1. Page 2 fell off the shelf, which says, "Into town with me a few times. They love the ride. If you feel like it, take them with you sometimes. Thanks again, Kate." Which, why in the hell, why would you just put one note instead of doing 2 pages, do 1 page front and back? There you go.
Yeah, I was about to say, even if you can't squeeze it on 1 fucking page, just do the back. Yeah.
She got big handwriting.
Good Lord, Panda.
Filmed in Oregon, not California. The movie's plot is set in the Sierra Nevada mountains of California, but the actual filming locations were primarily in Oregon. The diverse landscape of Oregon, including the Eagle Cap Wilderness and various locations around Portland, was used to stand in for the film's setting. The crew even had to pack their equipment on mules and horses to get some of the more remote filming locations. Where is it?
Tom Cruise, Charlie Sheen, and Emilio Estevez were considered for the voice of Chance. In case you guys don't know, I love Chance. That's my favorite dog. That's why I got cable now. Koala. That's my last one.
Okay, according to the film's key grip, Bruce Lawson, the night driving scenes, including the scene where Chance sticks his head out of the window and pretends to be Bat Dog, were filmed in an airplane hangar. Panda?
That was my last one. I'm done.
When Sassy shakes her head during mealtime in the kitchen of the woman temporarily watching the animals, a bell rings, although no cat bell can be seen on her collar. And then after failing to catch Sassy, who went down the waterfall, Shadow and Chance are walking by the riverbank. In one shot, Shadow's fur is wet, then dry, and then wet again. See, I already told you about the porcupine's notes. Shadow is noticeably played by a different dog after he and the others arrived at the pound. The tale is the second dog has large black markings under his eyes, while one seen earlier in the film does not. At the mealtime in the kitchen, Sassy's appearing to be a Siamese, but seconds later, she now looks like a Himalayan, which is her real breed in the movie. Let's see. While Chance, Shadow, and Sassy were riding in a Dodge Ram pickup truck on their way to the building that Chance calls the Pound, the year 1993, the year the movie came out, which also be the final model year for the body style of the vehicle, the Pets, that they were riding in. And then, yeah, that could be my last one.
All right. Well, let's move on to our final thoughts. I thought Homeward Bound was a good one. Very emotional. Very exciting characters, learning along the way, the whole journey. A lot of things I didn't like was the animals being so close to finding the humans, and then they run off like 6 feet into the bushes, and then the humans just come by. There's just those moments in movies where it's just like, 3 seconds could have changed everything. I don't know. I just don't like that. I wish they could have wrote that in somehow differently. But that kind of knocked it down for me just a little bit. But it was a great ride. The adventure was pretty cool. The 3 different personalities from the animals was excellent. I believe they worked really hard in this movie to, get all these shots and make this movie work with these animals. So I know it took a lot of work, a lot of sacrifices, animal lives and whatnot. This film was a good one.
So if they didn't have that stupid scene where it was like 3 seconds away, you would have considered it a great one?
I don't know. Acting probably could have been a little better too.
Okay.
But anyways, Grizz, if you were lost and knew your way home, would you bare knuckle brawl a mountain lion or say that Homeward Bound was a good one?
Can I name the mountain lion?
I guess if you beat it.
If you win, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm not going to fight no damn bobcat, bro. Mountain lion, bobcat, whatever. Fuck that. But this was my childhood. I know I keep saying this about every movie, but
yeah, for real.
This was one, and I was like, bro, I used to love this movie. Just put it on over and over and over. This and like extremely goofy movie. This is the only ones that Disney movies that I'm like, I'm gonna watch this shit all the time, dude. And Tarzan too. But
is there more?
No, it's come out. But this is the one that made me love the short face dogs like boxers and bulldogs and all that. So, dude, I love this movie. It is the best one.
Oh man, wow.
This is the best one. I know. Like,
rarely get those, Spencer.
I feel honored. I think.
Just because like it's so nostalgic. It's like I didn't care about the acting, dude. It was just like it was emotional, and it had like other animals that they had to train to work with these other animals. The the mountain lions, the bears, the bird person.
The bird berber. Yeah, they had to train him. I'm sure.
Oh man, but yeah, this is the best one. I love this movie.
That's all right. Goater,
what's up?
If your grandfather told you he found a sassy dame in the woods, would you wonder what the hell he's doing? Or would you say that Homeward Bound was a good one?
By this scale here, yeah, I think it's probably an okay one.
Okay.
I just don't. I never watched Disney stuff growing up, so I'm seeing it as an adult, so it just doesn't have the same effect, I don't think. But and I don't think that it's a bad movie. I just wasn't in the mood for it, I don't think so. But yeah, no, if my grandfather said that, I won't go too dark with it. But yeah, if he said that, I would probably be a little worried about him, especially if it was a fucking cat. But
Koala, if you had fallen into the rapids and almost drowned, would you suck a bird watcher's dick?
What the fuck?
Or would you say that?
What the fuck?
movie.
Or would you say that Homeward Bound was a good one?
How does everybody else get like PG and niceties, and I'm over here having to suck some dick?
Goater's grandfather might be a serial killer kidnapper or something. He found a sassy dame and that's rated R.
He could have sucked something, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. I thought you were talking about the character of the grandfather at first. And I was like,
and Grizz is going to have a mortal combat to the death with a mountain lion.
No, I'm not. No. I'm not sucking nothing because he ain't. No.
He saved your life, you sassy dame.
No.
He's a bird pervert.
No. He would probably be forcing me to do some things, but like, no, I would not actively try to be like, oh my gosh, you saved me. Let me be so appreciative. No, this man is living on his own. No. Something wrong with him. No.
Yeah. He's got old dick cheese.
Oh, God.
Yeah, sounds like birds.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I have ever watched Homeward Bound, and watching it a couple times for the podcast, I think it is an okay one. I'm not a huge fan of movies about live animals like this. I always feel bad, and I think the animal actors could get hurt or die, especially in the earlier years of the movies. I do think there were a lot of inconsistencies with how the marks on Chance's face swap sides and then vanished at the end, and how they are dirty, but then the next scene that they're clean. I do want more info. Like, I am such a person that wants the background information just to make it seem like to make sense, especially like what happened to the kids' dads. What's the real reason why they couldn't take them with them? It just didn't make much sense. Why they just couldn't, like, all the animals just go with them. And then at the end, like, what do they do? Like, that's what I want to know. Is like, what the hell do they do? Like, do they just do a completely repeat?
They just live together. What do you mean? What do they do?
No, like, what do they do? Did they stay at this house, the original house? Or did they go back to San Francisco where he's supposed to be temporarily work? It's only been like 2 weeks. And the only reason why they came back is because the dogs got lost.
What is he, a lawyer?
No, he's a professor. He's a professor.
He's Bob. He sucks.
So I don't think I will rewatch this. And it's just kind of one of those movies that it's just like a one and done movie. But it wasn't a bad story. It was okay. So to me, I'm just going to say it's an okay one. So yeah.
Yeah, she's a little bit crying though. It's okay though. Okay movies don't make you cry.
They cut out all the background info so the bird pervert didn't have more screen time, I guess. I don't know. That's my guess.
Well, all right, guys, let's move to movie 20 questions.
So have you guys been seeing this thing on Instagram where there's a certain zoo in like Denmark or something where if you have like a dying animal, you can like sacrifice it to feed them?
Predators.
Yeah. So this little person ended up taking her like sick horse and just donating it to them instead of taking it to the vet. Like, it wasn't dying. It was just had something going on.
Lying.
No, that's fucked up.
Listen, that's just what they want you to believe. Don't believe everything you read. Listen, let's let this interrogation begin.
Okay.
Year. Is this?
This is movie 20 questions, and what we'll do is ask 20 yes or no questions. We get 20 questions and then a guess. So it's actually movie 21 questions, but it's movie 20 questions.
So you said year at me, and I was supposed to say yes or no?
No.
Oh.
We asked Grizz.
Oh, okay.
But it's us three.
We're trying to guess this
talk to see what we need to do and then confirm on a question and then ask Grizz and then he'll tell us yes or no.
And any of us can ask it. We don't have to like submit a question.
Sure.
All right.
Sure. So I think we're sticking with the year first?
Yeah, we're going to go with the year first.
Copy that.
So 2000 to now?
That's a lot of years.
Yeah, but if it's not, then you completely take it 25 years out.
All right, let's do it.
Is this movie between 2000 and 2025?
No.
Oh, we knocked out a lot of years there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
So now go down to the increments of like 10. So the 90s to...
When did the first movie come out?
What?
When
the first movie ever?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking no.
No, he picks early ass movies, man. We've had them in the fucking 30s and 40s.
We're guessing any movie.
I am.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about this movie. It's fucking 1993. We just talked about it. Yeah, I was very confused. Sorry.
No.
So
now I'm with you. This is a different thing entirely. It has nothing to do with Homeward Bound. Okay.
But the times that he's picked the older movies is because his mom or someone older picked it. But this is him picking.
We'll go 80 to 2000. We'll knock it out 20 at a time.
20 at a time?
Sure. Ask.
It's a lot of years.
Okay.
10 years?
Knock it down.
Okay. Was this movie made between 1990 and 2000?
No.
You should have did the 20 years thing.
Shut
I
up.
don't know.
Lethal Weapon 1.
So 80s to 90s?
Yeah.
Is this movie made between 1980 and 1990?
No.
What the fuck?
Should have did the 20-year thing. I told you. Nobody want to listen to me.
70s to 80s then?
Yeah.
Is this movie made 1970 and 1980 between?
No.
What the fuck?
Was it made in 1963? You know, try a specific year.
Was it made in the 60s?
Oh, no.
It's Nosferatu. It's Nosferatu.
I think so.
Yeah, the original one.
I told you these old-ass movies.
I don't know, dude.
50s? Maybe movie made in the 50s?
Is that the question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, so
Made in the 50s.
do you want to do like 50 to 55 to try to get?
Yeah.
Is this movie made between 1950 and 1955?
Yes.
Do like 53 to 55?
A lot of questions on the years. A lot of them.
Yeah, but I mean, how many fucking movies are in the 50s though? We still have to like get a genre down too.
Oh, God.
Anything interesting?
I don't know. I know a few of these movies.
Narrow that down.
Yeah.
That's just within that 5-year span.
Yeah.
Only 78? That's not too bad.
I mean, pretty
All right.
question.
50 to 53.
Okay.
No.
That leaves 54 and 55.
Dial M for Murder. That's in 50.
Dial it. Murder.
It's like one of the ones I've heard. They did a remake of it.
Rear Window?
Mm-hmm.
Is that Sean Connery?
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Depp in the remake.
Sure that one's Secret Window?
Okay, yeah. What am I thinking of? There's a rear something.
I don't know.
Okay, what are we doing? Are we trying to do a genre? Are we trying to do a year? I mean, hell, it's only one more question to put down.
Just go ahead and do it.
Is this a 1954 movie?
No.
Okay, so it's 1955.
55.
Okay, genre.
So the movie's in 19.
Okay.
All right.
What do you think it is?
Well, we're going to just think we're going to guess some genres and try to narrow it down a little more. We went from 75 to 39 titles. So that's pretty helpful.
So what?
A
Action,
few of these.
comedy, horror?
Oh, no. In the 50s, was there really action?
What other ones? What
So
they're
slow paced, you know?
being?
Was there horror? I guess things were a lot different.
Drama.
Fear was different back then.
I don't know.
Also, stupid question. When did color come out? Like, can we ask if it's a black and white movie or was all movies black and white in
These look pretty.
1955?
These look pretty full of color. So
Yeah, back in the day, it was black and white up until like 1970, 1975 or something like it, and then color came out. So
Yeah, and they colorized a lot of old stuff, so that can trick you.
Ooh, should we ask if it's animated?
no, they didn't come out with animation until 19.
Bullshit. Lady and the Tramp. Lady and the Tramp is 1955.
Why were you trying to lie so bad?
It sounded good though.
I bet it is Lady and the Tramp. That sounds good. Let's go with that.
Then do action.
Animation?
Sure,
You don't want to do a third one?
sure. Do a third one. Goater, what do you got?
I agree with you.
All right.
Are we just doing two?
And horror.
Horror. Okay. Action, emanation, horror.
Animation.
Animation. Animation.
Emanation.
yes,
Okay. Is this animation?
yes,
She just shot it right off. Is this Disney?
yes.
I think it's Lady and the Tramp.
It's gotta be.
How you know?
I don't know. Said that like it was a big statement. I don't know.
I believe it is Lady and the Tramp.
But what about Davy Crockett, King of the Wild Frontier?
Wait, what? Oh.
Yeah, you think
Does
about
Davy
that.
Crockett have animals in it?
I would assume he's in the Wild Frontier.
I've never seen that one.
Daniel Boone wrestled a bear.
I think it's an old TV
But
show.
Davy Crockett, I don't know about him.
Oh, no, that is an old movie.
Well.
Davy Crockett, he's out in the Wild Frontier.
Yeah, but if it's not animated.
It's not animated.
So it's not that.
Yeah.
We've already established that.
It's not that.
Does this have dogs in it? Like talk. Well, wait. Pause. Hold on. Let me confer. Sorry. Let me confer. Does these?
No.
No. So I remember them like the animals being able to talk, but they just talk to each other. Correct? Like they're not moving their mouths and.
And Lady and the Tramp?
Yeah. Like they talk to each other. They do talk to each other.
They share that spaghetti.
I thought they did talk to each other.
I don't know. They share that spaghetti.
So can I say, do they have talking dogs? Because obviously, if I say dogs, then obviously there's a shit ton of movies that have any type of dogs. But like talking animals.
You could be like the two animals share a plate of spaghetti. I don't know. Is that too specific?
That is right. Okay. Does this movie have two dogs that share a plate of spaghetti?
Yeah.
Lady and Tramp.
Oh. He's like, actually, it's lasagna, motherfucker.
Ask it, Spencer.
Is it Lady and the Tramp?
Yeah.
Oh, faked us out. Yeah.
Actually, it's rigatoni.
It's rigatoni, motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, we got it.
Boy, that would be a tough
believe
loss.
it.
Yeah.
13 questions.
You might be good luck, Goder.
I don't think so, but yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like Zay always picks the hardest one.
Yeah, he be going way back for some reason. Way back in the goddamn.
Well, that's how you make it a fun game. You know? If you picked weapons or something you just watched, it's not that exciting.
It'd be pretty hard to get
that. That would be kind of hard, yeah. I don't know.
Anyways, that'll be it for us at We Real Reels. Thank you guys for listening. If you have any suggestions, hit us up at werealreels@gmail.com or We Real Reels on Instagram. Be on the lookout for our next movie, The Leprechaun.
Woo woo with Jennifer Aniston.
Hey.
Warwick Davis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's Warwick Davis.
That's him. And yeah, that'll be it for us. Koala.
Bye.
Grizz.
Shemaev sucks.
Goder.
We'll see ya.
Keep on reeling.